Yeah, it got publicly shown today, like less than an hour ago. And I was like, yoink. That's mine. That's mine. I'm gonna make a screen out of it. I was gonna stream, and then Biscuits sent that over, and I was like, oh, give me a second. I'll stream after I make a new screen because it was so cute. I need to make a new screen. Yoinky splinky. Cucky go boing boing. Welcome in. Hello Renato. Hello Malderon. Hello Biscuit. Hello Koa. Hello Shadowblade. Hello Kadamiru. Hello Japanese name I can't read 815. Hello Natsuro. Welcome in and welcome in. Welcome in. I have my Invisalign on, so you're gonna hear me with my lisp. Cocky do want boing boing. Yeah, Cocky do want boing boing. That's some good fucking art. Hello, Athita. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was so glad to receive it. I had my short hair. It's summer fun. It's beach themed. It's awesome. The cute lisp, I wouldn't say it's cute. It's kind of nerdy. But yeah, I was tweeting a lot on the alt today. What's good? I'm sufficiently diffused now. I was quite up in arms. Earlier I was raging out. I was raging out pretty hard. I was like, calm down. Go take a walk. Take a lap. I literally made myself take a lap. Take a walk, get a coffee, get a matcha. Hi Lucaria, welcome in. Cause I was raging out. Yeah, I took a walk. Just taking a walk and throwing hands. No, I took a walk peacefully. I wasn't fighting people. There was a crow though that I saw that was like hurt, and I was trying to call animal control to come get it, cause like couldn't get back in its tree. But then it ran away from me. So I guess it was fine. Look at Mrs. Healthy and Care. Oh, me? Me? I am not healthy and care. Oh, trust me. I am not healthy and care. Rest assured, that's not me. That is not me at all. Me? I really need to get like a meme redraw of me as that guy in the white shirt just pointing at himself. Me? Sid 5FO3, welcome in. I guess I'm being a bit peppier now. Yeah, because I screamed. I screamed my head off earlier. I was so mad. I was just like, I was yelling. I was raging out. I was raging really hard. That's why I went to take a walk. But dude, I can't stop thinking about sushi. I had sushi last night. I ordered it delivery after the stream last night. Wasn't enough. I need more. I need more sushi. I need sushi so bad. Hi, Haywan! How was the rest of your stream? I was there when y'all were kissing. I was like, whoa, kissing for the chat. She's so good you earned that. Is it ever really? If it's never enough, I need more sushi in my life. I need sushi so bad. What pissed you off today? No money listen to me. No money listen to me ever. I was just, I might as well be mute. The way nobody fucking hears what I say. The way nobody listens to me, y'all might as well have me deafened and muted in call. What did you say? I wasn't listening? Oh, mods. Oh, that is the mod. Well, I saw you there. I was there for a little bit, but then I got embarrassed and I left. Hey, Benny, how's it going? Damn it, now I'm craving sushi. I want sushi so bad. I love sushi. Mother told me I can never have sushi again? Are you allergic to fish? That's so sad. I would die. I would just kill my... Kidding. I love raw fish. I love raw food in general. You can't get rid of me? Unfortunately, true. I'm hearing my shot, not listening part. Listening? He didn't do none. Don't talk about food. You'll make me hungry. I am hungry. I am hungry. I had breakfast today, but I had breakfast at like 11. So I didn't really want to eat. Maybe I'll eat after stream. But I want sushi so bad. I don't know if, I had tamago for my previous job today. It was tasty. Tamago is not enough. I need raw. Raw fish. I need raw fish and I need raw meat. And I need raw. Had these seaweed tacos. Like, is there rice in it? That sounds pretty good, actually. I want one of those sushi burritos. Give it to me. Put it in my mouth. I had a kidney transplant. The immunosuppressants I take make it so I can't eat. I'm so sorry, but I'm glad that a kidney transplant went well. I'm sorry you can't eat raw fish, though. That really sucks. She wants it raw. I want most foods raw. Like, when I get a steak, like, if I'm at a good place, I'm gonna get that as red as possible. As red as possible. I ate so much today and just about 10 cookies and a liter of milk. What are you, a chipmunk? Are you an Alvin and a chipmunk? Are you a child? And now you want a burger? What are you, a cartoon? Damn. Yes, you learned I'm very drunk. Are you familiar with the sushi? No, Lonely Island song. Lonely Island song. I understand now. I could go for sushi. Hi, Cozy. Welcome in. I could go for sushi right now. You, me. Sushi date. Ooh. You and me sushi date. Yeah. I could do that. I would do that with you, Cozy. Cozy Chew. Bite, crunch, shred. A dragon wanting raw fish is pretty on brand. I love raw food. Not just sushi. I love any food that comes raw. I love raw food. It's impossible to find Kwango in North America and it frustrates me. Kwango? Is that the whitefish one? There's a lot of good places that do it around me. I live amongst many Koreans. Good lord, you're starting to scare me with your raw wants. Dude, raw food is simply the way it was meant to be. Gonna listen to Benny while I do get ready before. Okay! Pokeball is amazing too. It's not enough. A Pokeball is not enough. I don't want the rice, just give me the raw fish. Yep. Rice, raw salmon, I think bonito flakes too. Want me to a liter? Actual cookie monster? Are you a chipmunk? Says the cave woman eats her food almost raw. Yeah, but I own up to that. Yeah, I have the taste of a cave woman. I love meat. I love meat off the bone. I love raw meat. When I was a child, my parents would give me the bones of the KBBQ so I could gnaw on them because I like getting all the tendons off. I had my veggies for dinner, so I deserved the cookies. You had veggies, so you deserved 10 cookies and a liter of milk. I don't think you had enough veggies to warrant that much. Hell yeah, sushi date. Let's go. Ooh, Cozy Chew. Oh, we can have sushi. We can have sushi. We have a sushi date. It's Cozy Chew, Cozy Chew, Cozy Chew. I had cream BBQ on Saturday, so I didn't want to put more meat in me. I want more meat in me. I could have some more meat in me. Do you eat raw chicken? No, that's not safe. I eat it if it's safe. Duh. That's why if I want a rare steak, like it has to be a good place that I can trust to serve me really rare steak. Dying of a sprinkled ankle was also the way we were supposed to be, but we got over it as a civilization. We were supposed to die of sprained ankles? I never heard that. I prefer my chicken medium rare. You should be cooking your chicken all the way through. I'm kind of craving barbecue series. I could go for KBBQ, but I just really want raw fish right now. I want sushi so bad. Unfortunately, my bloodline's evolved enough that I can't stomach raw. Are you saying I'm not evolved enough? You can eat stuff raw. Sushi is a luxury not everybody can afford, aka me. You can eat it. You're not evolved enough to not eat raw fish. I would go feral over a conspiracy. Ooh, yeah. The ones that have like the cool anime collaborations, the Kura sushis. We could do that. Also, hi, Benny Doki. Hi, Papa Alan, welcome in. How do you know you can trust the place? No, is it expensive? Like, they would be liable if they had served me something. I don't know. I can just tell if they're a good place or not. Pretty much only beef and some fish raw, right? Fish, lots of seafood. I really like raw sea cucumbers. There's like a raw crab and there's raw shrimp. Because sprained ankle means you couldn't run away from predators or hunt, so you died. But that's why you have packs and you have family and friends. Are we talking about food still? It makes me hungry. If I'm hungry, then you have to be hungry. We all suffer together. I cannot eat raw fish. I've tried. Well, as long as you've tried. That's it. Nothing's worse than someone's like, ew, I don't want to try that. That looks like dishwasher fluid. Like, give it a shot, okay? Just say you're not cultured. A raw Kobe beef bowl with an eggs. Oh, there's a Korean raw beef dish, beef tartare. It's called yuke. Oh, it's so good. There's a little bit of pear in there and there's raw egg. I also love raw egg. I got butter in my mustache earlier, and even after washing it, I can still smell butter in my nostrils. That's not bad, though. Butter smells good. I trusted an Okey place, and that ruined my life forever. It has a reputation and runtime, then it's a safe place to eat. Where do you get sushi from? There's some JD places around me, but God, stuff. I could not say that, for it would dox me. But I mean, there's plenty of sushi places around me. I haven't been to like too many though, because again, sushi is expensive. And when I say sushi, like, I mostly mean sashimi. I'm not big on like sushi rolls. I don't want that rice shit. Like, I want sashimi, or like not rolled up. That's why they also put the disclaimer on the menu: eating raw or uncooked things can make illness. Gonna eat now before Sasha stream later. Okay, I'm hungry, which is why I'm about to have french fry. I tried a durian once, regret. I would like to try it once, but I haven't been able to because I'm very sensitive to smell, and I haven't been able to withstand the smell. I'm uncultured and no raw meats and chili allergic. That's what's terrible. It's like directly into my brain. And there's a joke about eating raw stuff and her side content, but I'm too tired at the moment to think it. Yeah, I want it raw. That's the joke. Ha ha ha. I like raw food. Nigiri? Yeah. Sashimi feels like it melts in your mouth, at times tasty. Nom, 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 nom. Ever tried basashi? It's honestly good, different than raw beef. What's basashi? That sounds expensive. Sashimi hits? Yeah. I grew up eating sashimi. My dad really likes sashimi. I unfortunately have the taste buds of my father, whom I hate. The texture was the worst part. Disgusting sack of a thing. Durian? I feel like the texture would be fine. I just can't go over the smell. Sasuke Vtuber, a true comedian? Yeah, I'm pretty funny. Horse meat. Hoo ha ha. I would like to try. I love horses, but I still would like to try. I would like to try most things. I'm very good. I love exploring food, except bugs. I will not do bugs. Nope. The closest thing to bugs I'll taste is sea snails. I buy salmon fillets. Sometimes I make my own nigiri. I'm too afraid. I'm very afraid of parasites. I need to have someone else prepare it for me, a professional. I need a professional. Should not eat sashimi. Thanks, Benny. Oh, I want sashimi too. I want sashimi. Is there anybody manga through translate his manga to Spanish? Found out here at Fire. Found us here in Mexico fry our sushi and got very. Oh, fried sushi. No, no, no. I hate when people try to change up sushi. Like, I live in America, right? And like, people be adding cream cheese. And then they fry it. They like fry the whole roll. And I'm like, ugh. No, I have tried fried sushi. I hate it. I hate it. It's not meant to no, don't put cream cheese in fucking sushi. And I fucking hate imitation crab. Ew, ew. Would you Uber sushi sashimi? Yeah, I did that last night, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It was good though. It wasn't enough. It was yummy though. It was very yummy. It was very yummy. But I'm down to I would Uber. But I already got it yesterday, so I can't justify spending money on that again. Yesterday I was like, I really need this, but I shouldn't do that again. Cream cheese isn't normal in sushi. That's one of the most. Oh no, no. I like cream cheese or jalapeno on it. Ugh. Is this a food stream? Maybe. I'm so hungry. What about the bacon? No! Stop it! Stop it! Don't Americanize sushi. I don't want that shit. Cream cheese, chicken, shrimp, beef, avocado, deep fried. Heck, no! Not putting chicken in sushi. Cream cheese is an American thing. It's not usually standard in Japanese. No, it's not. The only thing I welcome cream cheese. I like eating my flaming hot Cheetos with cream cheese. I like dip it in a little bit of cream cheese. Flaming hot Cheetos. If you don't continue to only think about food, you might think less about being hungry. Sushi pizza. I'd rather have a sushi Rito. Shrimp cheese was a sushi I had in Japan and was so bussin'. Shrimp cheese. That sounds good. Damn you, I want teriyaki now. I'm going to get it. Oh. I'm not a huge teriyaki person. But you do you. I used to work at a sushi place and so many people trying to order coffee with their sushi. Coffee with sushi? Why would a sushi place even have a coffee? Just drink water or alcohol. What the fuck? What? And I'm a coffee enjoyer. What the fuck are you doing, man? What the fuck are you doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Sounds like a gutter clutter. Someone is not going to the bath. Gutter clutter? Gutter clutter? That's so funny. Gutter clutter. But I don't drink, then water. Because I also don't drink. I just drink water. Coffee in sushi sounds like a restroom explosion. Good question. Artisan coffee bar with sushi. Oh, they're real? They're real? Artisan coffee with sushi? Damn, I miss alcohol. I don't really drink. Because when I was in college, I was like, damn, this is a lot of money. And I got, when I was 15, I drank for the first time and I got blackout drunk in a foreign country and I didn't enjoy that experience. And I was like, I'm never going to do that again. And then I didn't. And drunk people really annoy me and I don't want to be that drunk person. And I was like, that's expensive. So I'm not going to waste my money on something I'm not even going to remember and doesn't even taste good. So I drink socially, so like if someone buys me a drink, then hell yeah, I'm not wasting my money. Or like if someone has it at their home or just like having fun, stuff like that, yeah. But what type of drunk are you? I mean, I only got drunk that one time when I was 15. And apparently I was very chatty and smarter. I think a guy who got angry over anything in street says that when he got drunk he was worse. I can only just try cheap vodka. Everything else feels expensive. Yeah, but that's nasty. I only taste alcohol and I tried even a sip, so I just stay awake. I mean, I grew up on soju because my dad, once I was able to drink, would always like try to give me soju. I have a pretty high tolerance. I just choose not to because I think it tastes bad. I think we're all kidding ourselves into thinking it tastes good. I think wine tastes bad. I think beer tastes bad. I think most things taste bad unless it's a very fruity, fizzy drink where you can barely taste the alcohol. I like those, like wine coolers and shit. Very chatty and smartass doesn't sound that different from now. Smart drunk sounds paradoxical. I don't think it's straight big fan of cranberry. I thought tasting bad was part of the appeal. Well, I don't want that appeal. That's stupid. What if it was a raw meat drink? That's not a drink then. If it's meat, it's not a drink. I believe I'd have a good resistance. I'm a big man. Ooh, how about cocktails? Cocktails are fine because there's like mixed with stuff, and as long as the fruitiness and like it takes away the taste of alcohol. At the end of the day, I don't think I like how alcohol tastes, but I like me a mimosa. What's the one that has like chocolate milk? That one's good. A coffee, an espresso, whatever it's called. Irish coffee. To the sake, skip the drunk part. Straight to hangover. Well, anyway, good to meet you, Captain. Good to meet you. That's why there's a big market for fruity soju. Dude, fruit soju. Ugh. You gotta do a fruit soju with the Yakult and a little bit of Sprite. That's the combo. That's the combo. And I have a good resistance because my 2 grams are alcoholics and I'm kind of bulky. Have alcohol with mango juice. I have no habit of drinking though. She likes her white girl drinks. That's just Asian girl drinks. That's that me espresso. Exactly. Oh, hey, hello, welcome in. You're talking about Bailey's? Bailey's, yeah, Bailey's yummy. With like, people will mix it with like, some dairy products and make drinks out of it, or like coffee and make drinks out of it. Ooh, Yakult, yeah. Fruit soju, Yakult, and Sprite. That's the combo wombo. It's so good. Oh, my roommate turned me onto yogurt soju with Yakult. It slaps, yeah. Ooh, yogurt soju. Yogurt soju. Hell yeah, mojitos are awesome. Bailey's is great in Kahlua. Fellas, would y'all try Pilk? Yeah. Bailey's on the ice cream? That sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds good. Well, you said mimosas. Those are definitely a white girl drink. True. Isn't that like a mom drink? Pepsi and milk? I mean, I have the dirty sodas from Taco Bell, and that's kind of it. It's like, a dirty Baja Blast is like Baja Blast with like vanilla creamer, and it's kind of good. What's it say about me if I go treating as a Moscow Mule? I don't know what a Moscow Mule is. It's like getting brunch with the gal pals drink. Yeah! When I see somewhere and there's bottomless mimosas on the menu, I'm like, girls, let's do it. If it's like a special occasion. But yeah, besides those, like, I feel no need to drink alcohol. But I am no lightweight. Trust, I'm not a lightweight. So that floaties is so there's precedent. Oh, vodka, ginger beer, mint, and lime juice. As long as the ginger beer and lime juice are the most prominent and I can't taste the vodka. But yeah, I don't know too much about alcohol names and stuff just because I simply do not care. I like pina coladas. Do you like pina coladas? I just get a White Russian. Is that the one with milk? Milk. Getting caught. You know when people were doing the Pilk thing? I thought it was Pickles. So I was like, that's so disgusting. That's pickles and milk. That's so disgusting. And then I found out it was Pepsi. I was like, oh, that's actually not that bad. Do you like getting caught in the rain? Theoretically. I'm a rum and Coke kind of person. Haven't tried. Oh, ew. Pickles would be so much rich. I love pickles, but ugh. Thinking about pickles and milk makes me want to throw up. White Russian is Bailey's or some creme liqueur mix. Ooh, that sounds good. Pilk wanted to walk so dirty sodas could run. Whiskey and ginger ale is good. How much do you like short hair scream if you do? Ah! I have to be quiet. it's 9:30 p.m. I love pickles though. Like, I like eating pickles just out the jar. I like the smaller ones. Grillo's makes a pickle de gallo, which is like pico de gallo made from pickles, and it's so good. I have halwas or old fashions if I feel handy. You posted using your long hair model earlier. I was shocked. Which one? That's just because so much of the art I have is long hair, and I have so little art with short hair that I can use. I have like nothing I can use. I have to reuse all my old long hair art, and it's like I really need more, and I just don't have the budget to have more. I'm not going to be trying to completely different textures. Foods, pickles are unpleasant in burgers for me. I will eat the pickles. I will eat the pickles. Give me the pickles. Give me the pickles. She chokes on the big pickles. They're just not as good. They're not as crunchy as the little ones. You know who likes a big pickle though? Sasha. Sasha Sapphire. She like pickles, and she's a big fan of hot pickles. And you know what's so funny? It was your Angie post. Oh, because I made that meme a long time ago. That's why. If I have time, I'll try to draw you more in a bit. I still gotta draw Diamond Hotaru. Thank you. Yeah, I saw yours from yesterday. I was like, nice, nice. You're gonna have another long hair art in a month. What? Me? Why? I'm short hair forever. You can't have my pickles? Okay. Sasha, okay, yeah. So Sasha, she loves pickles. And when I met her, like, through the years, she was like, yeah, I love hot pickles. I love hot pickles. I love hot pickles. And, yes, you commissioned me with long hair. Is it just taking forever? I hate when commissions take forever. But thank you. I like it regardless. She's like, I like hot pickles. I love hot pickles. And so my brain was like, hot pickles? So I think it was like her birthday or something, and I wanted to get these hot pickles. So I looked it up, and it was like hot pickles, and I ordered it, and then I was like, okay, it just looks like a big pickle. I don't know. But then it was like in this little plastic bag. I'm like, I wonder if you like, I gave it to her, and she's like, and I was like, I got you hot pickles. And she's like, oh my God, you got me hot pickles? And she opens it and she eats it. And I was like, wait, aren't you supposed to like warm it up in the bag or something? And she's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, cause they're hot. You're supposed to eat them hot. And she's like, no, they're spicy. And I was like, oh, Oh, you're eating spicy pickles. I thought you meant you liked eating hot pickles. And then I learned that she likes spicy pickles, not temperature hot pickles. Not gonna like your long hair. Would you be willing to get the koi model to have long hair as a separate? No, I fucking hate long hair. So no, unfortunately. I hate. I chopped all my hair off for a reason. I mean, I appreciate anyone that's gotten me art. I mean, I still use my long hair art regardless because I did get it, and I know I had a time where I had long hair, but once it's gone forever. I'm never going back. I was so sad when I found out sauerkraut was basically pickles. So much of my life missing it. A little short hair look and the art you had done, really cute. Thank you. Short hair, all it is. Thank you. You had your Sakura moment. I really did. I had my Sakura moment. So I think you didn't have a choice back then when you had long hair, VTuber and life-wise. Yep. And I had that tingle moment. I did. Hi, Mimi. Oh, I do love me some sauerkraut though. I wasn't a huge fan of sauerkraut until I grew the fuck up. It's a more mature taste. It's a mature taste, but I can't eat too much of it. Yeah, I started out with long hair and then I couldn't stand it anymore. So I cut it off myself. And I said, hey, I've done this. Sorry. I was like, in my head, I was like, just do it and ask for forgiveness later if you get in trouble. And I haven't gotten in trouble, so. Yeah. Off to eating clean, see you on Sashimi. Bye! Long hair is a safety hazard? It's true. I don't get it. I'm a firefighter. Why the fuck would I have long hair? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Easier to ask for minutes than ask. Exactly. Exactly. And I've done a lot of things like that lately. Sometimes, you know, it's just the way it happens. That's the way you get shit done, you know? Yeah. So I gave it a good old chop. A good old chop. Chop. And it's awesome because I never have long hair in my life. This is pretty much the length of hair I've always had. Ever since I was a wee baby. Yeah, I'm chopped unk. Ever since I was a little child. The longest hair I've ever had was like my chin level, I would say. Only bad thing is you can't pull as well. I mean, pull literally. I've got horns. Why do you pull my hair? I've got horns. If you want handlebars, I've got horns. You could still pull long hair because when you pull hair, schmexual style, you're pulling at the root, like the top of it. You can do that with short hair. I'm not bald. Hello, Ben. You can still do that, man. You don't need long hair to do that. That's not exclusive to long hair havers. And I have horns. Like, built-in handlebars, man. Hold on to Ahoge? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I have experience in fucking with live 2D models. So I did it, and then I went up to my model studio and I was like, is it okay that I did this? They're like, yeah, sure, we don't care. And I was like, nice. And then I went up to the Monisans and like, I've done this. And they're like, oh, just make sure that the studio's okay with it. And then I was like, they're okay with it. I'm gonna make a long hair alt of your koi model just to trigger you then. Do you want me to hate you? I do like your horns are bigger than Sasha's, kind of yin and yang stuff you do. I know. It's like, it's fate. Faded. It's faded. Yes, please. You want me to hate you? I hate everything about you. Women tend to hate me. Get a load of this guy. Even he's gonna have hair so long it hits the floor. That's my evil alter ego. It's long hair. Long hair would be in the in the bad ending dojin, trapped and feminized and housewifed. What would Evil Benny's name be? Yeah, Denny Bokey. Denny Bokey. Troll doll Evil Benny. Yeah. Tradwification. Yeah, that's the tradwification evil bad ending, which is a hot concept. That's the only situation where it's okay. We hate Denny Bokey around here. Yeah, that bitch ruined my Benny Alter who starts fires. What do you mean this Benny starts fires? But I put him out. That's why my record for putting out fires is so high. Just from your stories, would Evil Benny basically be your sister? Yeah. Married, pregnant, Christian. 6-figure salary. Extremely happy. Dog person. Extreme normie. Basically, yeah. Hey, it's fiction. If there's a place where you are gonna get with a billionaire werewolf, it's there. Ugh, I would love to be with a billionaire werewolf who's also a doctor and a masseuse and a chef. I was gonna ask you if you had a Fahrenheit 451 situation going on. Fahrenheit 451? I don't remember what happened in that book. Oh, we're cooking with some self-cess ideas here. Arsonist gets along with family. Yeah, she has this delusional made-up Hallmark family in her head where we all get along and love each other. Maybe then he starts floods and stops them. I also flood. Her greediness sickens me. Don't stop. Wait, what was that movie Sancha mentioned last night with the goth Jeff werewolf girls? Fuck, I don't remember. I remember I was like, I would be down to watch that one, but I don't remember what it's called. You should ask her. Loves cream cheese and chicken and sushi. Ugh. Benny, what? How do you think she puts out the fires? With her flood? That'd be a lot of flooding. Oh, lol, Taylor family has firefighters, but they start the... Oh, that's the book burning book, isn't it? Wrong side. Denny can't make soup as well as Benny. What if Denny's fucking dry? Because she's a woman of God. She'd be dry as hell. It'd take a lot to get that bitch wet. Yeah, the book burning book. I mean, you would probably remember if you weren't staring at her Sasha's. I also don't remember. I'm always looking at Sasha's Sophia's. She only loves Jesus and her husband. Yeah. Sancha's Sophia's are huge. And I would know because she's married. She's measured my boobs and we've bought bras together at points in time. She's good at measuring boobs. Sancha's Sansans, as it should be. Take it a step further, she's married to Jesus. Nun ending. I don't think even Denny Bokey would be a nun. That takes too much dedication. Sasha, Benny's cousin and wife? Yes. Bestie cousin wife. I still don't believe she is an E-cup. Like, as in you think she's bigger? Wait, so... I'm new. You and Sasha go way back. That's dope. I've known Sancha since 2014. We have artwork we've made each other from back in 2014. We used to draw things together. Is she not interested in becoming a scissor sister? Sancha Sapphire? Oh, we both could be. We could be, but I don't date my friends. I'm not Demi. Like, if you're my friend, I would not be romantically into you because you're already my friend. I don't know. That's how my brain works. Oh, thanks. You two are like besties. Yeah. Yeah. I've known Sancha Sapphire since pre-pandemic. Isn't that crazy? You said you met on AC New Leaf, I think. Yeah. We met through Animal Crossing. Isn't that fun? Yeah, hers are bigger than Rufy's head. Oh my god, before the plague years? Yeah, way before the plague years. And then I met Ruby and Elaine during the plague years. Nun Benny is a different alt. Sister Benedictus. Benedictus? Let's see, many people want to claim that the friend zone doesn't exist, but what you described is literally the friend zone. But I'm not. But like, you should want to be my friend. The thing is, usually, welcome in, thank you for the follow. So like, when I like someone, we can be friends, but I've probably already been attracted to you since I met you, and then our friendship has developed further. So if you've been my friend for a while, like, I'm not going to be attracted to you in that way. Like, I will not become more attracted to you the longer I am your friend. But usually the people that I do end up attracted to, we meet and I'm like, oh, this person is pretty attractive. And as we continue to hang out, I like determine if I like you that way or not. And then we can become friends further that way. But then I've already had that in my thoughts since the beginning. You know what I mean? Feed us the lore. I don't want to get anybody doxxed or in trouble. So on that note, what's your type? So I'm bisexual. I think Assange is also bisexual. I'm pretty sure. I like both. So when it comes to women, I am more into femme women. Because I've always been like very tomboyish, more on the butch side. I like feminine women who are smaller than me, but are high maintenance and boss me around. My goodness, the girls I had crushes on in college were all the same type. They were like in theater or in art and or like dance, and they're like, you know, very, very feminine, girly. And unfortunately, they were all, every girl I've ever liked has been straight. It sucks. It really sucks. She likes to be a doormat for a princess. Yeah. Not awesome. Yeah, the girl, like, I mean, you could just look at Sarah Luceria. That's the kind of girl I was always into. So it's like spaghetti till it's wet and hot. Seems like a majority of girls in the nerd space are bi though. I mean, yeah, I would believe it. I would believe it. The thing with me though is that I have like phases of my life where I'm more into one gender versus the other. So, up till high school where I was still like not really sure what I was more into guys, but then after high school, I was into girls for a really long time. And then kind of around a little bit into the pandemic, like I would say 2022, now I'm back into liking boys more. But I like them both. I haven't had relations with anyone since high school, so a lot of our girls will lean towards guys just not to deal with the social pushback. It's true. It's true. I definitely have thought of it a couple of times where I'm like, it would just be a lot easier. You know what I mean? Asking, when did you realize you're into girls or boys? High school. So I had a really, the one relationship I ever had was, well, the one real relationship I ever had was in high school when I was a sophomore, where basically Korean American parents would bundle up all their children and send them to a school in Korea for a summer so that they could learn about their culture and language and stuff like that. So a bunch of Korean Americans in my area sent all of us on a plane over there. We went to Busan. And it was a program, so it was a bunch of high school kids, and there was a guy that was 2 years older than me. And he went by a very edgy goth fake name that I found out wasn't his real name later. Let's just say it's equivalent to like calling yourself Angel or Devil. And I was a little fledgling goth, and so I was completely struck by him because he was a Hot Topic god. Oh my god, when I tell you, he, you know, wore all Hot Topic piercings, all black, eyeliner, hair covering one eye, and he was ripped. Like he could do one-handed push-ups and stuff, and he was 2 years older than me. So I was like 15 and he was 17. And it was by coincidence that we were sat next to each other on the plane to Korea, which is like a 12-hour flight. And so I was already smitten, like by the way he looked, and then he had glasses too. And he was an artist, and we were on the plane. He was seeing out his little sketchbook, and I was like, oh, I also draw like my shitty anime art drawings. And he was like, oh, because he liked to do graffiti, and he was like, oh, like how I can graffiti your name, like how do you spell it? And I was like, oh, why don't you guess how you spell it? Because I have my name, not Benny, is not the common spelling for it. It's very, people don't generally know how to spell it. And I was like, oh, why don't you guess? And then he wrote it, and he like got it right, and my heart was like, dugun dugun, oh my god. So then like we hit it off, and when we got to the school in Busan, you know, basically the entire trip, it was like the whole summer, so it was like 2 months ish. Like I was just obsessed with him, but he kind of was flirting with multiple girls at the same time, and it was also like a power thing because, you know, he was 17 and a lot of us were younger. He was like a first of lots, where first kiss, I think at some point he wanted me. I was in his dorm because the girls and boys dorms were separated, but I had gone to his dorm, and he wanted me to get into his bed. When I think back on it, I was like, was he trying to have sex? Because I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But it was like a K-drama, because like the way our first kiss happened was like so the campus was very empty because it's summer, so we're there, but the rest of the campus isn't. And there was like an empty orchestra room that had a bunch of instruments in it, and he played the piano. So he would just go into there and play the piano for funsies, and I would join him sometimes, and I was just sitting next to him on the seat, and he had just like played the piano for a bit, and it was like dark in the room, in the empty ballroom, and like the window high up was like light filtering in, and then he was like, have you ever had your first kiss? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, do you want to? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. And he fucking kissed me, and then it was like a light kiss, and then he like pulled back, and I was like, I was like, is that it? And he's like, do you want more? And I was like, yes. And then that's when I learned how to French kiss, which was very awkward. I didn't like that. Sucking on tongues is weird. So then, one of the other incidents that happened on that trip, this is not even being cast and chill, this is just me talking. One of the other things that happened on that trip was, at some point cause like down the street, there was like a shopping area, and I had gotten, like these couple keychains where it's kind of like best friend keychains where you have one half and the person has another half. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this for him. And then I came back and I was like, I got you something. And he's like, I also got you something. And then we had gotten the exact same keychain, so we just swapped halves so that we both had a full set. And so that was like romantic. And then there was another, and then like throughout the time I was there, I kept hearing like all these rumors and stuff about him, how he was kind of hanging out with other girls as well. And like someone was like, yo, you know, he has a fiance back at home, and he got her pregnant, and blah, blah, blah. Like they were saying these crazy things. And to this day, I don't know how much of it was true. I remember, okay, so then this is there was another time where like it was raining and kissing in the rain, and yeah, my cast and chill's on idle mode right now. Damn, this is some serious good tea. You know, the plot thickens. Yeah, there was another part where there was like a big freeway, and there was this really long, huge overpass that goes over the freeway. And I remember I was like angry at him for something. probably because of all the rumors. And I was like walking across the overpass and he's like following me. And I was like, I think I was mad because like I wanted to tell people that we were together, but he didn't want to. And to me, that was like, oh, he is messing around with other girls then. And then I was like, why don't you want to tell anybody? Why don't you want to tell anybody? And then he was like, I'm like, why don't you want anyone to see? And then like we're on the freeway overpass, and then he grabs me and kisses me. He's like, everybody down there has seen now. And I'm like, that's so, when I think about it, that's so cringe. That's so stupid. That's so oh, I'm dying. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, that's so fucking cringe, dude. That's so fucking cringe. Yeah, and then so I think I wanted to like break it off with him because I was like, no, you're definitely like doing this with a bunch of other girls. And that was the first time I got drunk. I went to a bar because they don't fucking care in Korea. They don't cringe at your part. You have grown. So can't see how your character development. Here's some people are romantic. Not in the way that he was. That's what, so I had one good friend I made on that trip, and she's the only one to this day that's ever seen me like fuck up drunk. We went to a bar and I got fucking wasted, and it's so funny because the teachers showed up at that bar to like bust all the students, but I was like, I want to go home now. I want to go home now. Like a few minutes before that had happened, so we had escaped that. And that's where my friend was like, I think you were smarter when you were drunk, because she was like, yeah, you were like, let's get out of here, the teachers are gonna come. And then you were like, oh, we should go up this hill to be faster. And then when we finally got up, because our dorms were at the top of a very tall hill, and as soon as I didn't pass out until I got into our dorm, and then I passed out. And she was the number one. Oh my god, she was, I'm so lucky I had her there. That's the only time I ever got wasted like that. They said that before, that you don't like romance stuff. I mean, I would like to have romance. I just don't like role playing it. It's cringe. That's where we get drunk out of your mind and meet the actual love interest, the goody two shoes American student that works at a dog shelter. Oh, so that's what you mean by smart drunk? The Benny intuition coming in clutch. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, let's eat ice cream so that we don't smell so bad and stuff like that. Here's a good question for chat. Oversized sweatshirt, oversized t-shirt? Oversized t-shirt. No, both. I like both. I love oversized clothes. This is the best. Which is hotter? T-shirt. Which do I wear more? T-shirt. He asked us. Okay, fine. Oh my god. Why? So what was the initial question? Oh, when did I figure out I was bi? So then all this shit happened, and the trip's over, and we're going back, and this guy, back in the States, he lives like an hour away from me. You know what I mean? He lives like an hour away from me. And so he's like, no, we're gonna be together. Like, I will come visit, blah, blah, blah. Cause he was older than me. And I was strung along for 10 months after coming back, almost a whole year, where my back in America friends were like, that's stupid. Everything you've just told us is fucking stupid, and he's a liar, and he's lying to you. And I'm like, no, he's not. He's legit, blah, blah. And they're like, that's stupid. He's lying to you. And I was like, no. And I was so obsessed. Like, I would do that thing where, you write their name in your notebook over and over again. Is that the only time you've dated? Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. And every single time he'd be like, oh, I'll come over on this day. And, like, cause I have time then, and we'll go do this and this. And then I'd wait for him to show up, and he'd just never show up. I think he showed up like once out of all the times he said he would show up. And he just, and at one point he was like, oh, like, I'll take you to Warp Tour. And me being stupid, I was like, oh my god, Warp Tour, fuck yeah. And then he showed up, but we didn't go to Warp Tour. um, but like, you know, I was really smitten because he was like older, cooler, artist, punk. And then I found his real name, and it was the nerdiest fucking name. So you guys both, no, he lived like an hour away, so he was in a completely different school district and stuff. He had a nerdy ass name. Let's just say his name is the equivalent to like a Eugene or a Leonard, any of the names that you would find in like The Big Bang Theory. The Orloffs from having a nerdy name. No, Erwin. Well, yeah, it was very funny. But yeah, so then after that whole thing, when I finally got over him, that's when I was like, you know, I don't want to go through that again. And then that's kind of like when, you know, more like queer stuff was popping up and becoming more, and I was like, oh, this is actually very interesting. And then because I'd always been a tomboy, and I'd begun dressing more and more boyish because, you know, always have. And, you know, when your mom stops dressing you and you consciously get to pick your own style, then you really get to develop. And, you know, I was already only shopping at Hot Topic and shit, and then mostly just boys' clothes. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm butch. But I was like, I'm not a lesbian. But I was like, you know what? I would like to smooch and date a girl if that was an option given to me. And then the first crush I had on a girl was like when I got to college, and she was in a theater program that I was doing as an elective, and we had the same special niche interest in Star Kid Productions. But she was straight. I hope he at least had a nickname. Yeah, it was Angel. Okay, by the time I'm dressing girly for that one special occasion, it's peak content. Yeah. Hello, come in, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, that's basically me. I would dress like a guy all year round, but then if it was like prom or like winter formal or something like that, break out a dress. But these days I do not. I refuse. I hate dresses. For my mom had me in cargo shorts with a bowl cut when I was a little man. My mom, she kind of like, she kept trying so hard to make me wear girly clothes, and I kept being like, no, I will steal my father's shirt if I have to. There was one point I went to, my second elementary school was a private school, and there were shorts, but there was also the jumper for girls, and every single day I would wear the shorts. I was like, I'm not fucking wearing that jumper. A jumper is like a dress, pretty much. And I was like, the one day out of the year I will wear this jumper is for picture day. And then I didn't even remember doing this. Picture day rolls around and we cannot find my jumper. And I was like, yeah, I can't fucking find it. It just fucking disappeared. So yeah, I took the school picture in the shorts, right? At the end of the school year, when we were moving houses, we found my jumper in my dad's closet. I guess I had hid it there at some point in time. I was like, nice. Big brain, Benny. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. No, because when I was little, I was very much like, I'm a boy. I wanted the boys. Up until like, end of middle school, really. Because high school was when that kind of shit changes. I thought they hid it on, no, me. My mom wanted nothing but for me to wear girls' clothes, and I refused. Because when I was like, you wear some of his clothes, he wears some of yours. Like when I was up until the end of middle school, I only hung out with boys, and to the point where like I would get invited to boys' sleepover birthday parties, and they'd have to make me a separate sleeping area in order for it to be allowed. And I'd be like, this is so lame. And I like begged and cried and shitted and farted and screamed because they wouldn't let me be a Boy Scout with my friends. And my mom's like, you can be a brownie like your sister. You can be a Girl Scout like your sister. And I was like, I don't want to be like my sister. I was so mad. I was so mad because I just wanted to hang out with my friends. I mean, you were some. Oh, not to get too personal, but did that ever result in your questioning your gender identity? No, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be a man. I really don't want to be a man. I never want to be a man. Unless it was like, if it was like instant, you know, like Ranma. If it was a Ranma situation, fuck yeah, that would be so fun. But like me, I don't want to go through the process of transformation, and I don't think of myself in that way. Like if I was Ranma, I would be like Ranma, where he's like, I'm still a boy regardless of me getting changed into this other form, you know? We'd all rather be cute girls. Being man sucks. Like I tried to smoke. Not transforming, heck yeah, but would you like to have a gigantic? No, I don't like Futa. I'm not a fan of that. She's a Mulan, yeah. Yeah, like there was a point where I did think about it, because I do have a lot of queer and trans friends, and I was like, am I like that? And I was like, no, just because I don't like the way that, because, you know, I didn't like the way I was perceived, because I don't like when people have preconceptions about what I am supposed to be as a girl. But just because I don't like that doesn't mean I'm not one. You know what I mean? That's on them. That's their problem, not mine. Yeah, Alucard in Helsing, where he just chose to be a cute girl for a while. That's cute. I was so cute as a girl. She's complicated, man. Yeah. Yes. Ranma. I love Ranma, and I love Ranchan. Ranma is my favorite anime in the world, so I'm all about that gender bender shit. Imagine a friend who you thought to be a dude who later goes to be super busty. Yeah, that's literally if I could make my dream lore video debut, it would be that doujin. It would be a doujin, and you can scan the QR code and come to my channel. The doujin where your childhood friend who you thought was a boy moves away and comes back and is like a hot girl. Telling yourself is kind of queer if you think about it. Yeah, I agree. It's already too late at this point, but girls are allowed to be in the Boy Scouts now. I know. I remember reading that and I was like, wish that had happened when I was a child. I was not allowed. I couldn't hang out with my friends. For me, it was a lot of just like, I want to hang out with my friends, and they wouldn't let me. Avatar: The Last Genderbender. It's like being a good person. If you say it, you are probably a narcissist. If other people say you're a good prob. Yeah. Do you wear short shorts in the summer, or wear basketball shorts like guys? Just getting an idea of your fashion. In my house, in my home, I'd be wearing basketball shorts. When I go out and I want to wear shorts, then I'm wearing like short shorts. I'm a big fan of like bike shorts. One of my favorite combos, because I live in a very hot area, one of my favorite combos is oversized t-shirt and bike shorts. And then if not, then like short, like, I mean, my ass isn't eating my shorts. That's not that short, but they're shorter than like basketball shorts. But when I work out, my pajamas, and when I'm just at home, it's basketball shorts, workout shorts in general. Bike shorts, Spanx, you call them. The same thing? Yeah. Recently I watched a playthrough of Silent Hill F, and I didn't expect it to be a story about a tomboy identity crisis. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that either. But yeah, I like that tomboy shit. They were called spats. Oh, I think that's the word too. They're basically safety shorts, you know? They're skin tight. I have the most critical fit all the time. Basketball shorts and a white t-shirt here I pick out. It's a band t-shirt. You gotta up your game, man. One time I was meeting up with a girlfriend, and you know, it was like meeting her boyfriend for the first time. And I'm very critical of a boyfriend, okay? Because I'm de facto boyfriend. When we go outside, I'm the boyfriend, because I love princess types. I will hold the bags. I will be in the front. I just love those kinds of women. And so when they introduce me to boyfriend, I'm very judgmental. And my girlfriend, you know, one of my girlfriends who's very pretty, puts a lot of effort into how she looks. Makeup, her outfit, coordination, meeting up in a nice like bakery. And like I dress up nicely too, to extent not as good as her, but to the extent that I can. And he shows up. Unbrushed hair, gym shorts, chanclas, hoodie. And I was like, oh. But I don't think I wouldn't wear that. Chanclas, he got the dogs out. Yeah, he had slippers on. He had slides. Like, look, if you want to look like that at home, not my issue, not my problem. We are at a nice place. You're meeting me, very good friend, for the first time. I get myself done up. She's all done up to the fucking tens, cause she's always like that. And he shows up like that. I was offended. I was like, you're not good enough. Oh, you're not good enough. Oh, you're not good enough. Oh, you're not good enough. Did you call him out? No. But that's not my business. I can't do that. Look, if you treat her good, I can't do that. And at that point, he had known her longer than I had known her. So, what does getting done up like you look for? What does getting done up look like for you as a tomboy? I still wear makeup. The pandemic is when I really got to experiment with like makeup and clothes, because I straight up was boys' clothes all the time. But it wasn't until the pandemic where I was like, just because I don't want to dress like a girl doesn't mean I have to complete 180 degrees be on the man scale. So I experimented a lot with fashion and makeup, and I wear a lot of I do wear baggy clothes, but like I love wearing a tank top and a crop. I'll usually wear like a big shirt over it, like a plaid or something. I'm a big fan of like tank top and plaid on top. So I still do all my shopping at Hot Topic. So I'll wear something like that and I'll put on makeup. If I say done up, it means I've put on makeup. I've put on my face for you. I'd wear like a polo or button-up shirt and cargo shorts depending on the weather. One time I met up with a friend and her BF showed up like that in public. I'm not trying to come off as rude asking you stuff, by the way. I'm legit. No, you're not being rude. I love answering questions. I love talking about myself. I'm a narcissist. Tank top, damn, need that. Yeah, I like showing my boobs. It's one of my best assets. Yeah, I like a good tank top. Yeah. Gotta work on that mustache. Lol, JK. Mustache. Plaid, that's like staple butch clothing though. Yeah, that's why I like to pair the really baggy plaid outer button up open and then with a tank top that's like cropped, and then I'll wear like either jeans or shorts or baggy pants. That's like the best combo. I love boobs. Me too. You guys might want to check her hand cam. Yeah, that's a very good way to see what I dress like. Just look at my hand cam. So you guys can link one that I look good. Do the one where I'm wearing the SpongeBob shirt. The No Such a Thing was out there. Yeah, I've done the hand cam a couple times. You're gonna see my fat fucking fingers though. I am not attractive. I'm a fat fucking chud. Also being asked to get some info from you on Sasha. Do you know what scenario or clothes she would like for a spicy idea art for her tag? I mean, I don't think I can ever wear shorts again. Now I'm all slim jeans. I was into slim jeans for a very long time. You gotta get into baggy pants, man. Sansha. You know, for spicy, I think she would like some like goth lingerie. You know those like bras that have like a bunch of straps in the front so it looks like a demon star, like a devil star or something with like fishnets. Yeah, she also likes goth stuff. Nonsense better to hold. It's okay to be a fat chud. We fat chud together strong. Yeah. Yeah. What do you like in a guy's aesthetic? Do you prefer more masculine guys or you learn more on the twinks? Oh, wait, where's the scale? Where's the scale? Let me find, hold on. Where's the body scale? Anyone have that graph? Man, body graph. It was on Twitter recently with like the different body shapes. Fuck. Anybody have that? Anybody have that? No matter what body type you have, there are people that are into that. Yeah. It is no matter what, wait. Oh, that works. She said she mentioned what she liked during her debut. I came back and said, but it says nothing outside the usual. Maybe thought about that one viral Bleach body. No, there was another one that's going around with dude bodies. The twink scale? No, it was just dude bodies, and it was like abs to like dad bod. It was like a really good scale, but I don't have it on me. Ah! Hold on. I can get it. Let me just look through my fucking DMs. I know I have it. I know I have it. Fuck, where'd I put it? Fuck. I love searching through Discord DMs. Has link from Benny. Fuck, where is it? Eh? Eh? Where did I put it? Where is it? I had it. Forward this. Forward. Me. Forward to myself. Hello? Beni Doki. I really like feminine stuff and I wish I could pull off femboy stuff better, but I brought shoulders crazy growing facial. You can do it. I believe in you. You can be a femboy. Be the femboy you want to be. Be the femboy who believes in yourself. Let me put this. Download. This took forever to find, but I got it. Not the default ring. Listen, I changed carriers recently and it reverted all my sounds. My fucking ringtone isn't my fucking clown honking anymore. I gotta put it back. I want my clown honks back. This scale was so for me 11 11 and 10, dude. 10 11 yeah. Do you know Laios from Dungeon Meshi? I want that man. That man's body is woo. There's a Japanese wrestler that has like the perfect body type, but I can never remember his name. But like 10 and 11, 10 is on more on the lean side, 11's more on the big side, and I like that in between. Big and chunky, listen, I'm big and chunky, and I need to have comfort in someone being bigger than me and able to carry me around. If you're underweight, make sure to build up your muscle. If you work out consistently, you can gain 5 pounds each month. Number 6 is super. I get really scared when people are too muscular because that is like a threat to me. My fight or flight is triggered and I flight. If you're like bodybuilder, like I'm like, oh, I don't actually want to ever talk to you. Ew. I don't like that. But I like a little bit of tub. This is unrealistic. Where's a Baki body figure? Ew. No, thank you. But yeah, that's the ideal. And for me, it's like, I don't know. A guy. Do you know Brennan Lee Mulligan? My ideal man is Brennan Lee Mulligan in personality and body. I was like, it's a pretty huge amount of your lifestyle to maintain that body, and for what? Brennan Lee Mulligan has the perfect personality, and I wish there was another one out there for me to date. Heard the name. What's he from? Dimension 20 Dropout. He is a comedian and a dungeon master. He's getting skinnier recently, but he's still built in that way that I enjoy. Izzy. I also love his wife. They are both very lucky to have each other. That's like more my type in real life. I know when it comes to fiction, I'm into evil people. But you know, IRL, very different. I'm into Brennan Lee Mulligan. He's the perfect example where he's like nerdy, but he's still very charismatic and can hold a fucking conversation. And is bigger, taller than me. Super someone who can go sushi binge with, yeah. Who's willing to try a bunch of foods. I could never date like a vegetarian or a picky eater because I love different foods and I hate picky eaters. Sorry, it's like a pet peeve. Unless you have like allergies or something, that totally makes sense. You're pretty short, so that's not a tall ask. It's true. I just asked that you be taller than me. I'm not someone who looks for like people that are 6 feet or something. You just gotta be taller than me. But yeah, that's generally like the personality type. But you know, when you go into like the D&D community, a lot of them are not like that. They're not like Brennan Lee Mulligan. They're more like Bazinga. Can I ask something? The reason your agency is on our place because it's the nature of your content, because I know it's very, it's not complaining. I like that. Oh, that's because it's my preference and that's what I'm into. That's what I like. So Yuri and Myra, who have their own content up there, they probably have different themes and different things that they do. That's just what gets me going. I make up my own concepts that I send to the script writers. That's just shit I'm into. Our play is just an 18+ website, you know, like Fansly or OnlyFans. And that's the one that we use because we are affiliated. Yeah, that's just how I am. But obviously fiction. Whatever she's into, we're into. Yeah, because Patreon tends to not like your same content. Yeah. Yeah, Patreon cannot do. I like that our play got Jazz Jack. I don't know who that is, unfortunately. But yeah, everything that most of the scripts that I do, they have been made to my taste. And I say, hey, script writer, this is what I want. Make it as hentai slop as possible. And he goes, you got it. And I'm like, yippee. He's the artist. Yes, it's very cute. It's very cute. Very cute indeed. And then he writes it and I say yippee and I record it and we get it mixed and it gets done. Because I don't like sweet stuff. That's what special voice packs and stuff are for. So our company will do events sometimes and then you'll get something sweet like the Valentine's one or the PROMISU month one. But when it's up to my own devices, nah. No thanks. None of that. It's surprising to me that Patreon FMs are incapable writing that fictional fantasies are not reflective of what people want IRL. Yeah, you know? Yeah. What sort of changes has you made? Changes? What do you mean? What changes? What do you mean? The other place that's a little bit, like the other thing that is a little bit more intimate and sweet is the voice packs that are for the firefighters and up that I do once a month. Those are longer, and that, if you start from the beginning, is like an ongoing relationship. So the very first voice pack that is for free, that you can listen to for free on our play, the very first voice pack is like, your childhood friend comes back into town and you meet up with her and you catch up and you go on a date, and each of the voice packs has a steamy scene, and they are pretty vanilla and they're sweeter because it's like a relationship. What sort of changes have you made to the script? I usually don't have to make any changes to the script. Bah! Hello, Raiders. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. You have a personal scriptwriter? Yeah, we have a scriptwriter we use for our company. I always name my scriptwriters in my content. Oh my God! Hello, Kijori. Kijori, Kiba, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Kijo, hi, Raiders. Hello. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Kiyup. Kijori raid. Kiyup. Hi. Hello, Kijori Kono. Hold on. Let me make sure I got you. Hello, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. You sharing your community with me. That's so kind. I believe you are in a VTV with Ashley, right? I saw you guys being very pink and very cute together. I was like, wow, them some pink girls. Yeah, dude. Y'all are hot. It's so nice to meet you. Welcome in. Hello, Raiders. My name is Beni Doki. I'm your tomboy fire captain of Promisu EN. And I do a lot of audio content of the 18+ variety. Not in here on our play, which you can find the links to in like my Neo Cities. I have a Neo Cities because I hate cards, so I just made a Neo Cities instead. And you can find my our play link on there to all my 18+ content. There's some free stuff on there as well. And when I'm on here, I do a lot of chatting, a lot of yapping, and a lot of cozy games. I was supposed to be fishing, but I've just been sitting here talking to a chat for like an hour and a half now. Kyle, I know you, the short hair is so cute. Oh my God, thank you. Do you like it? I cut it myself. And by that I mean, I took my model and I fucked with the files, and I said, I'm not gonna ask for permission. And then they let me keep it. Cause I was like, I can't do this anymore. I need to have short hair. I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah, that's how my long hair died. And if you're curious, I don't always sound like I can't figure out what I wish you. Yes, oh my God, please go get rest. Thank you again so much for the raid. I hope you had a good time during your stream. And yes, please get rest. Have a good rest of your weekend. And whatever the week holds for you, thank you again. Bye-bye. And for anyone else, if you hear my lisp, it's because I have my Invisalign in and it's new and I don't generally sound like that. But welcome in anybody that's new here. I appreciate you being here. If you are fans of ASMR content or 18+ content, I do belong to Promisu EN, and we are a adult company. So all that audio can be found on my other sites, which you can subscribe to and watch live for free. Yeah, we were drawing and playing Gartic Phone. Oh my God, I love drawing. I love Gartic Phone. That shit's fun. We're talking about all kinds of stuff that Benny does. Yeah. I make a lot of audios, and I do schblubbens streams on our play. So if you go to my Twitter, if you go to my NeoCities, the RPlay links are there. Well, I think the sleep is taking already before I leave. I want to thank you for the info, Sasha, and also extends the question to you. Any stories you might like to see? I just like seeing fan art, so whatever you draw, I will enjoy. Because I love to see art of myself because I'm a narcissist. But I also like punk stuff. Goth punk stuff. Yep. Oh, I didn't know? You know what? That I like goth punk stuff? I solely shop at Hot Topic. That's the only store I shop at. And it was like before they became normie anime core, you know, back when they played rock music and not K-pop. Hot Topic and Spencer still has. I never go to Spencer's. Fuck that bitch. Hot Topic only. 2002? Was it that long ago? No, surely they were playing rock music way later. Those was the best stuff though. No, Hot Topic. Okay, but from what I understood, no. Oh yeah. I'm not a big fan of Futa. I don't know. I'm just really not into it. I don't like it. Ivy Spencer sponsorship. So sorry. Hot Topic? I'm your main bitch. I will shop at you forever. Not me and my friends going to Spencer's sword fight in the back of the store. I've been there once, I think, when I first turned 18 and I was like, oh my god, we could buy like shit at the Spencer's at the back of it with like the dildos and stuff. Do you also have Nightmare Before Christmas merch? They had a lot of that. No, I was an Invader Sim girly. I was not into Nightmare Before Christmas. I was of the cartoon variety, like Invader Zim. I really liked Skill Animals. Yes. What time did get back to me, and I replied, and they haven't gotten back to me since then. But they came back to me with the prices. But they did say they have a lot of backlog, so I'm trying to ask them how long it'll take. I like Zoomies. Never really shopped at Zoomies. I would shop at like, you know, Converse, Vans, but mostly just Hot Topic. Good night, pretty Leo of the Forces of Fire. Good night. Yeah, I was really into Invader Zim, and I was into, what else did they had a Hot Topic back then? They had a lot of stuff in Hot Topic, TBH. Topic's just a good place. Wonderful place, wonderful place. Oh, I'm so hungry. Where else did I shop as a youngin'? Legitimately cannot think of anywhere else but Hot Topic. I just got everything. Like back when like they had cards instead of the like just having your email. I went to Hot Topic a few months ago and saw VTuber stuff in there, and my inner hipster cried that VTubing has become so mainstream. I like that I can get anime stuff there though. I got a Dora Hedoro shirt from there recently. It was very cute. They got some good collab shit, and I have every single one of their has-been merch that has Vox on it, because that's all I got. That's all that I can have of him. Vox Has-Been Hotel. Anything on Hot Topic that has Vox Has-Been Hotel on it, I own. There's nothing there that they have that I don't already have that has him on it. Bro, and so much Has-Been Hotel stuff? There's not a lot. There's mostly Hell of a Boss. Has-Been doesn't have very good merch. Dora Hedora mentioned? Yeah, I got a really cute shirt from there. There's like a front and back print. I was like, wow. Me and Sancha both got Dora Hedora shirts. Hee. I want a season 2 for Dora Hedora. It's coming! It's coming out! Didn't they know they had Dora Hedora there? I think it's because the new season's gonna come out soon. And they had some Gachiakata shirts there. They have some Death Note shirts there. They have a lot of anime, but there was a Death Note shirt that I wanted. All right, that's what it was. Sorry, I'm uninitiated. Mix the two up. Hello, boss. Kaiman or Noi? Oh. Noi. Noi is. Oh. Noi. Hello to you I speak to in the dev night. I am the king in white. Wow, nice to meet you. Big woman. Oh, big woman. I'm not back to Gushim. I'll be back. Springtrap. Okay. Hor. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Big cute lady. She's so cute. Who's the man? The heart mask one? He's really hot. He's my type. That guy? That guy's my type. He got glasses. If only he had black hair. I like darker hair. But oh, Shin. The women of Dora Hedora are really hot in general. A lot of people are really hot in Dora Hedora. Yeah. That was a good art style. And Shin and Noi have so much gap moe. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen it though, so I don't remember everything, but I do remember really, really liking it. Even Nikaido's kind of big. Nikaido's the dumpling girl, right? The blonde dumpling girl. She's got big boobies. She's got big boobies. They're all kind of big, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy that. It's like I really enjoy the Full Metal Alchemist style, because like all the women are pretty thick and normal looking. None of them are fucking sticks. I mean, most of them are in the military, so I guess that makes sense. But maybe I see for hot anime men, so normal stream as usual. Hot anime men and women. We're mostly talking about anime women. Like none of those One Piece. I fucking hate. You will never get me into One Piece. That's for sure. Because when I was young and I was first getting into manga, when Shonen Jump was around, Asian beauty standards are weird with that, where anorexia is seen as attractive. Anorexia is seen as attractive everywhere. Skinny is seen as attractive. Deadly skinny, it is not an Asia thing. Have you seen Ariana Grande? It's a beauty standard everywhere. And it makes, yeah, we gotta stop that. What was I saying? Yeah, One Piece. I will never get into One Piece. When I was a youngin' and we finally got into manga with Shonen Jump and stuff, I had two friends, and we were like, oh, we'll each pick one of the main three to stan. And so I was the Bleach guy, and my other friend was the Naruto guy, and my other friend was the One Piece guy, and I picked Bleach because I thought it was the most attractive art style out of all of them. Because I'm very picky when it comes to art style, and I was like, Naruto's okay, I'll read that. This shit, ugh. One Piece, ass from a booty, shit from a butt. I hated that shit, and I just never got into it from then. Bleach, that guy, his art was already hot, but it only got hotter as it continued on. One of the hottest art styles ever. The women of Bleach, whew, and the men of Bleach, but the women of Bleach, oh my goodness. Yorichi, obviously iconic. I am a big fan of Kayen's hot sister with the one arm, the cannons. Oh my god. That woman. Oh my goodness. Everybody enjoyed the fuck out of Tito Kubo's art style, especially modeling and clothes and stuff. Yeah, because he had good sense in fashion. Everybody had different clothes all the time. It was awesome. Mimi, a huge One Piece fan, sad. It's okay. You can like One Piece. Most of my friends are huge One Piece fans. I will just never get into it, ever. I will never be into it. Oh yeah, One Piece does kind of lean into ugly style sometimes. No, but like, I can appreciate it as a very stylized thing though. It's just not for me. Matsumoto is great. Matsumoto, yes. Gin's on and again, off again romance partner. Kakaku, I think is her name. Yeah. What's your thoughts about JoJo's art style? I liked when they became pretty. I didn't like the ugly pretty style. Once they transitioned into the Bishonen style, into the hotter style, I was like, I'm here for it. Kukaku Shiba, Rangiku, yes. Lashin, but still he was good at it. The reason why I liked Bleach, I had a lot of characters Bleach. And Bleach had their own personalities, even if they weren't important as the main cast. Yeah. So recent one, I mean recent, but it was like that starting from like I feel like he had the good style, because he switched over to the good style like during part 4, right? Wasn't it during part 4? I'm pretty sure. So that's not that recent. Tito Kubo even collabed with Mason a couple years ago. He knows Drip. He does know Drip. It's like a Japan version of Pirates of the Caribbean. Part 5 starts going that direction. Golden Wind. I feel like it was already going in there in part 4 though, because I remember it being like, oh yeah, this is prettier. This is much prettier. Because also Josuke is a smaller guy compared to Jotaro. But I mean, it's still funny because my favorite Joestar is Joseph. Like part 2 is my favorite, even though it's not my favorite art style. Anime wise, part 2 is my favorite. But character wise, I like Joseph when he's Foxy Grandpa in part 4, in part 3, but I don't like part 3. But I like Joseph in part 3, but I don't like part 3 because I'm not a Jotaro fan. Everyone, especially Japan, sucks Jotaro's dick, and I think he's boring as fuck, and I hate him. Joseph's just a silly little guy. He's so funny. I'm such a fake weeb these days. The last anime I watched was Blend S. So random, but that's how long is my friend. I mean, I don't watch anime these days, so I'm probably worse than you. I don't even know what Blend S is. Joseph Joestar forever my favorite. Jojo, yeah. Everything part 2 Joseph based, yeah. Part 2 was just so gay. Joseph and Caesar, dude. And then part 4 Joseph doesn't exist to me. Part 4 Joseph doesn't exist to me. Part 3 Joseph is. But part 4 Joseph, sorry. Joseph simply would never cheat on his wife. I don't believe Joseph would cheat on Susie Q. That's not my Joseph. Not my Joseph. I think my favorite JoJo is Jonathan, just because he's pure and simple cinnamon roll. Yeah, I don't like pure cinnamon roll type characters. They bore me. That's why part 1 bored me. That's why I don't like Captain America. It fucking bores me. Joseph might go. He wouldn't. Which is why I don't like part 4 Joseph, because you learn that he's a cheater. I'm like, Joseph wouldn't. Why are you lying to me? Stop lying to me. Or Rocky. So I didn't like Joseph in part 4, but I liked Kishibe Rohan a lot, and I like Kira a lot. And then part 5 I was really into, and I finished, and I think that has a much stronger writing. Part 5 had much stronger writing. I didn't like part 4. Because I hate slice of life. Like, I think it didn't get good until they established Kira was like the main baddie and they finally got the ball rolling on the fucking story. But before that, I was like, I'm so bored. I don't care. And then part 5 was good. And then I simply never caught up after that because I fell off and I didn't remember to catch up. I feel like the only person who's not familiar with JoJo outside of memes. I mean, yeah, it's a lot. My favorite character overall is Polnareff though. I hate Polnareff. Fucking hate Polnareff. So annoying. I hate that guy. Part 5 is my favorite part right now for sure. JoJo's kind of a lot. It is a lot. No, I purposely stayed away from JoJo stuff. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. Wow, sorry, I fucking hate Polnareff. No, not my man Polnareff. This thing the goat. Legit, like everyone has seen Reddit. I don't think so. But like, I didn't really like part 4. But if I had to pick, I really like Kakyoin. Obviously, Foxy Grandpa Joseph is my favorite ever in JoJo's. Specifically Foxy Grandpa Joseph. Damn, he's so hot. He's so hot. I remember when I was watching it for the first time and he showed up and I was like, Joseph? Old man? Oh my god. Yeah. Joseph Joestar. Kakyoin is a bro, but he got no backstory or agency. I just like Yaoi. him and Jotaro. I like Yaoi. I like Yaoi. I need to drink water. Fujo's when two men are friends. That's all you need sometimes. I can ship people when they're fucking nothing. I can ship people when they're not even the same series. I don't need a material. I can make the material. That's what fanfiction's for. So how's the latest episode of Zets? I don't watch Reiwa Kamen Rider. I don't have time. The last Kamen Rider I ever watched was Build. And I didn't finish it. Kakyoin, did you lay this? Oh, you know, Kakyoin, did you lay this egg? That was drawn by Clamp. Clamp started out as a doujin circle for JoJo's. They were Kakyoin Jotaro shippers, and so many of their original quote-unquote characters in their very first mangas were just reincarnations of Jotaro and Kakyoin. They're all Jotaro and Kakyoin. Ball organized ball? Yeah. They're standing next to her, they must be screaming. Exactly. I know the YouTuber who played Halo purely because she wanted to see the Yaoi vibes between Master Chief and Arbiter. Respect. Mad respect. Yeah, I like Kamen Rider a lot. It's really gay. Clamp like card capture. Yeah. Yeah. Card capture Sakura Clamp. I started off as a doujin circle to draw JoJo's Yaoi. Specifically, Jotaro and Kakyoin. But there is no Yaoi. There's always Yaoi. You just need to have the eyes to see. You don't have the eyes. Wait, you missed out on Gav Birth Yaoi? I simply don't have time to watch Kamen Rider. And my man's Taikawa Seiji is no longer the bodysuit actor for the main writer. And that made me really sad, because he's a really nice ass. Fist of the North Star has a lot of gay potential. Fist of the North Star is ugly. I'm not gonna be making yaoi out of shit that's ugly. Two males existing is yaoi pre. Yeah, that's all I need. You just remind me why I even read that, since it was an early clamp work. That's my secret cap. I'm always thinking of yaoi. If you have the eyes to see, yaoi is everywhere. Yep. I don't need any reason. I'm gonna do it. I love yaoi. But hey, I love me some hot babes too, okay? There's plenty to go around. I can love yaoi and I can love hot babes. That's literally what that same viewer said. She said, I just have the eyes to see what's in front of me. Exactly. You just gotta have the eyes to see. That's all you need. There can be good yaoi everywhere. Because men tend to be written much better. So their relationships with each other are much better. And the developments and the arcs that they go through and the interactions they have are just a lot better developed. But what if it's 2 in? You can't go, yeah, that's called Yuri. Yaoi and the Yuri, the yin and the yang. Yeah. Yeah. Do you like just 2D yaoi? Are you also following stuff like Heated Rivalry? No, I don't like live action. Well, no. That's really false. I don't like Heated Rivalry. But I haven't, okay, I've not watched Heated Rivalry, and I have no interest in it because they are simply not my type, and it's too easy. Like, I'm glad it exists, for sure. It's just not for me. She's not a gotcha girl? What's a gotcha girl? But I see yaoi in plenty of live. Like, my favorite fucking TV show ever that I rewatch once a year is Teen Wolf. And there's so much yaoi in Teen Wolf. Like, and I also Supernatural yaoi and fucking Sherlock back in the day yaoi. Like, I love live action yaoi. But I don't like, I think gotcha equals barcoded. No, it's not because they're buff. I don't like it. I don't like, first of all, I don't give a shit about sports. And second of all, I don't really like either of their characters or personalities a lot. And if they're just into each other, like, from the beginning, and I don't see the development, it's a lot of it's about the development for me. I don't know. Nothing about that really interests me. Yeah, Teen Wolf has a lot of it. Yeah, Teen Wolf has a lot of yaoi. If you have eyes, you can see it. Yes. Gachimuchi is muscular men doing gay things. Oh, so it is like Bara. No, I'm not super into Bara. I like, the thing is, because I feel like a lot of Bara is like too much. Like I said, even with my man ideal body type, I don't like it when it's too muscular, too big. And I like a lot of my ships are opposites. So one's big and one's smaller, but then I like when the big one's the bottom. I really like when I have a yaoi ship and the bigger one is also the older one and is the bottom. Gachi's more the male gaze. Guys like muscle bros. That's true. Yeah, I'm not into that. I like pretty people. But I also I think big people can be pretty too, so. I'm trying to think of like a yaoi ship I really like. I don't know. I like when there's lore. Like, you know, because Ranma is one of my favorite animes of all time. I really like Ranma and Ryoga because that bitch hates him. That bitch hates Ranma so much, but then they grow to become best friends in the fact that whenever Ranma's in trouble and he's a girl, he yells for Ryoga first. And the Ryoga is literally one of the only people that could ever whoop Ranma's ass. He is pure strength. He is so strong. He's just dumb as bricks. And Ranma knows this and that he uses that to his advantage, but he knows that Ryoga could easily whip his ass. He just knows Ryoga is fucking dumb as hell. And they work together so well. Just gotta fuck. They gotta fuck so bad. None from Hasbin. I didn't say that. Clearly, Vox and Alistair. But I mean, I should Vox with anyone. But yeah, Vox and Alistair. I'm into static radio, as they call it. Radio static radio, as they call it. Specifically, static radio. And that's when, no. Radio silence is what they call it when Vox is into him and Alistair is not. Unreciprocated. Vox is the one that's yearning because he's pathetic and he's sad and he's so desperate. I love Vox so much. Vox is my Oshi. Vox Hasbin Hotel is the fictional character who I've decided to devote myself to for some reason. Ugly little TV man. I'm a big fan of Object Heads. And he's got my love because he's also voiced by Christian Borle, who's a very good Broadway personality and singer who I've liked before, Hasbin Hotel. So it was, you know, it was determined by fate that I would be like this. I have a growing shrine dedicated to him. Women are so passionate about yaoi dynamics where I feel like guys just like cute girls being cute and the softness of two girls that we can never experience as a hairy, smelly man. Where I feel like guys just like cute girls being cute and the softness of two girls that we can. But the thing is, like, the softness of two girls, like, I think like a lot of the issues with Yuri is that there's this kind of stereotype and stigma where it's like two girls so soft, so pure, and it's fucking boring. Give me the fucking like raunchy porn yaoi that I read yaoi of. Like, I want more of that. That's written like by lesbians for lesbians, you know, like more of that. I just, all that pure bullshit's just fucking boring, dude. I don't want that. I want sauce. Oh yeah, the webtoon Yuris, they know what's up. They do know. The webtoon hets too. There's a lot of like webtoon heterosexual couples that are like very saucy dynamics where like the woman is the dom. Yes. And it was like the more sexual one, and I'm like, yes, clapping. Ooh, yes. Yeah. Webtoon is getting into that, and I'm like, yes, please, more of that. Gosh, I'm hungry. She likes femdom hets, but she's a turbo bottom. Yeah, I'm not imagining myself in that position. I want to be on the receiving end. I like women who have power over me. Cause I'm a bottom. Like Teen Wolf, Lydia, that's my type. Oh, she's so mean. But he's such a simp. Yeah, I'm no better than a man, TBH, when it comes to women. Like, I'm always gonna like the mean girl, the bitch, when I was watching Glee, I was really into Quinn. And she's like the blonde head cheerleader bitch. And I love those types. I sure do. You would be? Yep. I love a feminine woman that could kill me. And probably would like to. Unfortunately, they are mostly straight. so I don't have a chance. Yeah. 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 I'd like to, but you know, there were 3 different women that I had crushes on since college, and they were all straight. It's tough. That doesn't stop you. It should. I will not pursue someone who has no chance of liking me back. That's stupid. Who cannot be attracted back to me? That's dumb. If someone tells you that they're not attracted to you, stop. It's like those girls because of the chance to dom lost them, like the instant lost comics, but sometimes yielding to a pretty lady is cool. Fictionally, yes. But IRL, that doesn't work. And they're all straight? Damn, yeah. 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 So there's a lot of things I enjoy in fiction that would not float IRL. If a guy did something like that to me, IRL, I would kill him. The chance to dom loss, those kinds of girls, like that's fiction. You should not be pursuing people that, like, if you're a guy and a girl says, I like women, you should not be pursuing her because she likes women. And she's giving you a clear sign that she does not want you to talk to her. When the fantasy is fantasy, yes. I was never saying that. That's how I read that. But if you didn't mean that, that's cool. I can fix her. I was talking about the root. Oh, yes. Yes. I was reading too many things at once. Yeah, I like bitches. Oh, but I want them to destroy me. I would love for them to destroy me. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. I am very much a simp. I often have friends who are princess types, and I'm just like, yes, I will drive. Yes, I will hold your bag. Yes, I will do this and that. I enjoy it. And I'm not even like, I don't even want to date them or anything because they're my friends. It just makes me feel good. Meanwhile, she doesn't do those things for guy friends. No, that's what they're for. Wow. I don't really hang out with guys very often. Ever since high school. They are good friends. Yeah. I don't really hang out with men, so. But if I do, yeah, I ain't doing. They can carry their own bags. Don't we deserve to be spoiled sometimes too, damn? No. JK. But that's something else in which I'm sure would be enjoyed later. Isn't that an appeal of taking control later? My partner pays for whole dinners. I can definitely carry the bags. I'm picking up. You're picking up what I'm putting. You're scooping up what I'm shitting out. Why do I have to speak like this? Like a 12-year-old boy. I'm stepping in what you're smelling. Ew. Ew. But yeah, I also think like I care in very silent ways. So like when I was living with people, like I would just make meals sometimes, and like I'd always, you know, bring them some, share some with them, or I do like acts of service and stuff like that. I don't necessarily like, yeah, I'm very like, I like to do things for people. You know, all those love languages, I'm like all of them because I crave love. What are the love languages? Acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch. I'm all of them because I don't have any of them. Because I'm fucking lonely and I haven't been in a relationship since high school. Yeah. Yeah. I have no game and I have no bitches. Everyone demonstrates and appreciates them all to an extent. It's more kind of that one tends to resonate the most. Manifesting partner. Stop trying to manifest me a partner. It's not happening. It's not happening. There are lots of people like that though. I'm sure. Stop praying for my grandpa. He's getting too strong. Stop, man. Stop it. I've given up and you should give up too. I love Rose and I like it when people act romantic, not necessarily me, but I'm not the romantic type. Exhausting. I would love to experience romance and to have someone be romantic to me, and I would reciprocate the romance. It's just never happened to me. I think I sucked up so much romance when I was 15 and I had it for the first time that the world said, no more for you. You had so much at the start and you'll never have it again. We want you happier. I don't think that's gonna happen, Chief. I've never dated anyone since high school, and I don't think it's gonna happen. Do you know MBTF mean it? I don't know. What does it mean? Manifesting more arduous trials? I don't want arduous trials. Oh, she's really giving up. I have to so that it's easier to live. Because when I live with hope of wanting something and craving something that I don't fucking get, because when you live with it and people are like, oh, you just have to wait for the right one to come along. Oh, you're trying too hard. When they show up, they'll show up. Oh, have you tried doing this and this and this? When? If you say you have to wait for the right one to show up, when? It's been a bajillion years and it's not happening and I want you to not talk to me. Because you're making me feel worse. I wish I had someone to be romantic to, but last I spent my time watching internet women to celebrate my loneliness. Don't worry, you'll find the right person. Exactly. I hate it. Stop telling me that. Because unfortunately, at the end of the day, some people are just alone forever. Not everyone has someone. That is just how the world works. So I might as well give up and not think about it. I played MBTI on Roblox. Okay, that's cool. Cat, Okey here. Yeah, she's going crazy. Oh, you don't want kids? I'll never want kids. No, that's false. I tell them I don't want one from my body, but I'm, you know, down to have kids if I ever had enough money. Just not from my body. I will adopt. And then my parents go like, oh, that's not really your kid then. And I'm like, kill yourself. As an introvert, the right one has to almost manifest in my house or during my grocery run. Yeah. I also stay at home. I mean, I do go out pretty often, but like not in places where I'm going to meet someone to date. Damn. Like it's not happening. And then people are like, oh, like find it in your hobbies, in your community. I'm like, the only thing I am is a VTuber. And I'd rather die than date another VTuber. The truth of the matter is, it's a bit of a paradox. If we do nothing and put ourselves in search to find a partner, we never will. But at the same time, if we go out seeking a partner, we get nothing. Yeah. And I've tried going out and seeking a partner. I've tried dating apps. I've tried all those things. And it made me even more depressed. And so I stopped. The experience of making a kid would be too traumatic for Benny, all that struggling to push. The thought of being pregnant is like that scene in Alien where the alien comes out of her stomach. It's like a parrot. Like it makes me, just thinking about it makes me feel physically ill. Like a giant parasite. Disgusting. Beautiful miracle of life for other women. Just don't do it to me. My old man's horrible decision making caused me to develop a sentiment against all people, but also towards women in general. I always feel like they're just out to get me. They're not. People have their own lives to live. Generally, they're not thinking about you. I never dated. All my relationships have just developed from just making friends that turned into something more because it was right. That's nice. That's a nice way for it to happen, though. That is a nice way to have it happen. Tummy burster? Yeah. vicarious discomfort. Do not ever look up C cuts for childbirth and Benny. I mean, I know what cesarean sections look like. I watched The Pit. I've watched TV. I don't care what it looks like. The feeling of something inside you living is like as if a giant fucking tapeworm or bug is inside me. It's the feeling of that, not the visual. It's like the thought and the feeling. Ugh. Disgusting. Disgusting. People have no time or money for new people in their lives these days. Yeah. Yeah. It is technically a parasite. Yeah, it is. But I do think miracle of life. You know, if you want to give birth, that's awesome. I just can't. I don't want it for myself. And I would much rather adopt a child who needs a good life and needs a family, you know? And at the end of the day, I don't think I'm ever going to have enough money to support a child anyways. So what's the point? Like, I am not so selfish that I will bring a child into this world without being properly prepared to take care of it for its whole life. No, I'm not like that. I care about the things that I have to be in charge of. Everyone's so stuck grinding to get the bag to pay bills. Nobody really wants to compensate. Right? Yeah. And it's like, do you know how many people I know that have babies where like they just wanted to have the baby and they are not well off and they're struggling? And I'm like, well, that was selfish. Well, now you get to put your child through that. You know, it's the same as a lot of pet owners. They want it because they're like, oh, that's cute and I want it. Like, I just want it. I'm like, and then they don't know how to take care of that dog specifically. And it's like, well, that was selfish. You care about yourself more than you care about the animal. You know? Like, that was selfish. You shouldn't have that pet, actually. You don't like animals enough. Surrogacy industry, exploitation aside, surrogacy would be an option for YouTube. It would be, but that's also really expensive. So at the end of the day, you just don't have money. I even worry a bit about the idea of having a pet. As you should be. The fact that you're worried about it means that you're already a step up from a lot of people. A lot of people just get pets because they want to have one, and they don't think about the long-term, like, responsibilities and devotion and dedication. And I have a lot of issues with like dog people, especially big dog people. Where I live, it is not meant for big dogs. Everybody's in a 1-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment. It is so hot. You are simply selfish if you choose to have a big dog in that situation. You are selfish. You don't like dogs enough. You don't like, that dog is an accessory to you. It's not a living, breathing thing. I have a neighbor and he has 3 huskies. And I know his apartment is a 2-bedroom apartment. And I'm sorry, you can't have huskies in the place I live. That's just torture. It's too hot. And they need to have more space. He keeps them in his backyard and I hear them howling and fucking shit all the time. And I'm like, you don't like dogs enough. Me, I love dogs. I love animals. I love animals in general. I was a dog kid growing up. But I also know I can't be responsible for a dog because I simply like dogs too much. I know that they need a lot of walking. I know that they need a lot of space and time and dedication and attention. And I can't give that. That's why I have cats. Come here. What's wrong? You need to chill. You have enough. You have food and stuff. My cat is what keeps me sane living alone. Yeah, I fucking love my cat. I like, honestly, my life has no issues being a single man right now. I know people that are my age with kids and buying a house. I can't imagine that stress. A lot of people my age like are getting married and I'm like, it would be nice, but that's not in the cards for me. Huskies are funny drama queens usually. Yeah, they're also really loud and they also have coats that shouldn't be living in this environment. I know I had turtle instincts until I adopted a dog. At least dog is my child I feel more strongly about than actual children. My cat that was my blood child, that I have a cat also. I had 2 cats. I love her, but the connection is not the same. Because he was my first thing that I got to myself, and he had gone with me through so many different moves and changes. He died last March, and that was, ugh. I have never felt that bad in my life. Not when my grandma died, not when my aunts died. I simply did not have connections with them. But yeah, that blood, my own blood child, that one. This one, I would be very sad if she leaves me, obviously, but it's not gonna be as bad as that one. You know? Animals are real. Animals, you need to respect them like you would a person. I live every day basically thinking about how I will actually go through my child dying before me. But it's just not, dude, when my cat was still alive, the only nightmares I ever got was of my cat dying. My kitty is in her senior year. She's in her senior. I think I worry about her longevity quite often now, and I worry if I'm giving her a good enough life. I'm sure you are. I mean, if mine had lived to 16 to 17, I would be less hurt as I was with mine because he was only 12. You know, they can live up, 20 years is pretty normal. But yeah, if they pass from older age, it's usually okay. I mean, it's not as bad in my opinion. Honestly, same. Only anime movies and VTuber grads make me sad, cry. VTuber grads, they're fine. I think the first pet you care for as an adult is definitely yeah. I got him when I left home. When I said fuck off to my family and parents and I left home, I got him when I was living in my friend's boyfriend's closet. Hey, what is wrong? Stop. 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 Please stop. 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 And he went with me through like a bunch of different like living situations, and he was the perfect cat. Always got along with any sort of animal that was stop it. Stop. He was the perfect cat. He's gone now, but yeah. Meow. Yeah, I got him when I left home. Yeah, it's really annoying. It just sucks though, since she can't jump as high as she used to. She doesn't eat as much as she used to. She sleeps most of the day. She has gotten a fair bit of dandruff because she can't reach to groom. It's old age, man. But yeah, it'll be sad no matter what, of course. So you don't feel quite the same with your second pet though. I was wondering if I would feel better if I adopted another one after my dog has also kind of feels it's not the same. Well, to be fair for her, I feel like if I did adopt another one, I could probably be very closely bonded with that one. But this one, like, I got her, she was my pandemic baby, and I was living with my sister at the time. And it's just that my boy cat, so if I left on a trip, he would be so, if I died, he would simply die. Because he doesn't want to be, like, to have something that truly loves you. No, nothing, what's the word? Like, no matter what loves you. Because I have a lot of family issues. So for me, he was like the one thing unconditionally loves me and needs me, right? Like when I go on trips, he would just sit on my bed and be sad. And then my friends would take pictures of him and be like, he looks so sad. And I'm like, it's because I'm not there. Which is kind of sad, but like, you know, he simply would not survive without me. This one, she's very friendly. She loves people, but it's not me that she loves specifically. I mean, my other one was also very friendly, but he definitely loved me the most. But she loves everybody. And I was living with my sister at the time, and my sister spoiled her a lot. And so when I left my sister, I no longer lived with my sister. I just feel like she was so used to being spoiled that nothing's good enough for her now. And I'm like, I can't live in a big place anymore, and I can't give you the fucking fancy food my sister was feeding you. And it's like, oh my god, a little bit of a headache. And like my sister would feed her fancy food even though I told her to stop. And it's just, she would be fine if I died. I'm pretty sure she would live on fine if I died, because she would find some other people to love, because she's very loving and very friendly, and it wouldn't make a difference. My dog allegedly just constantly out the window until I get back when I go for trips too. I sweet think about now I try to bring him on trips too, and he seems happy to go with me. Yeah, you can't really travel with cats, but yeah, my boy cat would die without me. And I yep. Anyways, let's not talk about dead cats. You need to stop. You're being crazy. I don't know what you want. You have everything and I've already played with you. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop being crazy. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. But Yaoi though, I love Yaoi. Oh, I love Yaoi. I would like sushi. Yaoi sushi. A good old Yaoi book and some good old sushi. I've heard some of that has to do with the gender stuff. Cats sometimes see their owner as a pseudo mate. No, I'm pretty sure I was my boy cat's, I was his mom. I was his mama. And my girl cat, so I'm pretty sure I'm beneath my girl. I think she sees me as like her butler. Stop! Please stop. Stop it. I'm so certain I am beneath her in the totem pole. She, you know, there's this thing where it's like the higher up that a cat likes to chill at is where if they tend to chill at a level higher than your head, they think they're above you. And she does do that. Cats own the human. She definitely owns me. I definitely owned my other cat, but she definitely owns me. And now it's just me and her, and I'm like, wow, I don't have the other one to balance out your crazy. I love the comment jokes. My cats are running their human servants around. Yep, that's definitely what she is. And I partly blame my sister for making her that way. And then when my sister moved to New York, I was like, do you want to take her? And she's like, no, I'm gonna live in a studio apartment and I probably can't take her. And I was like, okay, guess I will have a 1-bedroom apartment, 2 cats on my own. My boy loves to lay on my desk and kick my keyboard off. That sounds a bit goofy to me. Cats like high places in general. Not all of them. There are definitely like bush cats versus tree cats. My other one was definitely more of a bush cat. He stayed on the ground. And then my girl cat likes to be up high. But, you know, to be fair, if I didn't have her when my other one passed, I probably would have been a lot worse off. Woo! Nelly! Woo, baby! And I would have thought about getting another one, but I'm planning on moving in with a friend at the end of the year, and she has 2, so I will not be getting another one, because 3 is a lot. 3 is good enough. I'll rate that as the confirmation she thinks of you beneath her is all I'm saying. Trying to say. Oh yeah, she 100% thinks I am her servant. And I am. I would do anything for my cats. She's also huge and looks really expensive. If you look at any like e-girl, streamer girl's cat, that's what my cat looks like. She's very fancy looking. By the way, is your dad still moving to your town? And have you told him my dad moved here last weekend and then he got mad at me. Oh my God. He knows that I'm not going to stay in this apartment, but I'm still going to be around, you know, but hoping to get farther away. He moved here last weekend and he was like, Benny, I need you to come on Tuesday because I know that when I move, I'm going to want to move all my furniture around. And I need you to do that with me. And I was like, Appa, you know I'm old, right? Didn't you say you want to move here because you have friends? Don't you have man friends who can do that? I don't want to move your furniture around. I'm not strong. When I need to move my furniture, when I need to build furniture, I call my friends. Thank you for shining tonight. See you whenever you do. Okay, thank you. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Ask your man friends. Why are you asking me? And also because my dad has like OCD. Like his dad died with an OCD where like he couldn't even open doors without having like a napkin in his hand or something. And so OCD is like hereditary. And so all of my dad and his siblings all have some kind of OCD, and I also have it's trickle down. I have less of it, but I also have forms of OCD. So my dad is a perfectionist, where I've said this before, but our house growing up constantly looked like it was on display to be sold. Like nothing out there, nothing on the ground, nothing. It was like hell. And so I know that when he wants to move furniture, when he wants to build furniture, building furniture with him, learning math with him is, you don't do this right and you don't do it perfect, I'm going to scream at you till you cry. So I know moving furniture with him is gonna be like, if you don't do this perfectly and if you don't move this the fucking millimeter I need you to do, I'm gonna scream at you till you cry. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I simply don't put myself in those situations anymore. Like I refuse to. And so he's mad at me now because I didn't want to do that. I've heard there's some power dynamics. You can wait to dogs feel them sleep in your bed, but he seems so cozy and cuddly. Visiting parents asking for favors always leads to arguing. It sucks. I'd be afraid to touch anything. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, it's also why I don't go on trips or vacations with them, because my mom is constantly telling me, oh, Benny, I can take you to Europe, I can take you to Japan, because my mom's rich. And I'm like, mother, I will never travel with you, and you need to stop asking me, because there is not a single trip or vacation I can remember from my childhood where at some point in that vacation I was not crying. Not a single one. And they wonder why I don't like them and I don't talk to them. Not a single fucking one. The one I remember the most is like, I had gotten myself a DS and my dad got mad that I was playing on my DS. And he yelled at me really hard. And I was like, okay. I'd push the furniture and just leave. Yeah, so as I got older and left the fucking house because I hate them forever, you know, I realized I don't actually have to listen to them. They actually hold no power over me. And if I ever wanted to get into a physical fight with my dad, I could beat him because he's gotten frail and skinny and he's short and small. And I could probably beat his ass in a fight. See, I used to be afraid of my dad, like physically. I'm no longer afraid of my dad physically. So, shrugs. I have no reason to do things they say. The perks of being thick, yeah. But the only reason, because I know a lot of, like, my therapist was like, you know, you can cut them off. You don't have to be tied to them anymore. They make you miserable. They're not good. And I'm like, and a lot of my friends have said that to me too. And I'm like, but for me, I'm so stubborn. And I'm so petty and bitter. And I'm like, I have gone through 20 something years of this life. I deserve compensation. I ain't cutting them off, but I'm also not going to be proactive or go out of my way to connect. You know what I mean? Because my mom's rich. My dad's rich too. My family's very affluent. I grew up very affluent. I will always say, like, I know my privileges. Like, I grew up in an affluent neighborhood, affluent family. I don't have, the one debt I don't have is education. My college paid for. The debts I do have been because I do not take their money. So after college, I have never taken their money. And so I have medical debt, dental debt. Fun. I have close relations with my folks, and it's sad hearing people who have strained bad relations with their folks, not blaming you or anyone, though. Some parents are not worth the mental issues. Yep. She wants the inheritance? Yes. When I was diagnosed with kidney failure and was in the hospital, the first thing my old man said was, he's always causing me trouble. Wow. Die. That's horrible, dude. That's horrible. Yeah, my sister loves to forget the she just thinks we had such a nice childhood. She's like, you don't remember anything fun with dad? Like, you don't remember when he took us to Baskin Robbins and got us ice cream when it was like the $1 discount or whatever? And I'm like, no. They liked you because you were their perfect little Christian girl. You probably had a fun childhood. I don't know. I don't care. That's not what I lived through, so no. Also, you were mean to me too. Don't act like we were chummy. You fucking threw shit at me. You hurt me. I didn't like you until we both graduated from college. And after my parents divorced, we did not click until you realized that God doesn't have a say in everything. Me and my sister were not chummy. We never got along. And I didn't start getting along with her until my parents got divorced and she realized that God isn't everything. She's still very Christian, but like she tried to keep them together so hard because, you know, you can't divorce in the eyes of God. And then so after they divorced, she's like, oh, God's not there. And I'm like, yeah. Actually makes me really upset when people have no idea how someone could dislike their parents' family because they were just raised, fortunately. No, I mean, no. I don't dislike my friends that have like good relationships with their families. I have a lot of friends that love their parents, and I love that for them because that's what I wish I had. And I'm like, I'm so glad that you have that and you don't have to go through the shit I've gone through. Like I'd love that for them. It's just, you know, unfortunately, that's not what I had. Damn, her wolf got checked. Yeah, it was so funny. Oh my god, it was so annoying because she was like, when they were getting their divorce, she was like, Benny. And because she was like, do you not care that they're getting a divorce? And I was like, no, it's been a long time coming. They suck for each other. Mother is a narcissist and father is just a horrible man. And she's like, but like, you know, they loved each other. Like they would go on dates. I'm like, I don't know what world you're living in. They did not like each other. And she's like, did you know that like dad tried to leave once when we were like in, when we were like in elementary school, like he tried to leave, like he wanted to go somewhere else and like take time away from us and blah, blah, blah. And like, but then I caught him trying to leave at night and I like cried and I begged him to stay. And I was like, why did you do that? If they had divorced when we were kids, we probably would have been better off and I would have been less mentally ill. Like, you ruined that for me. Thanks, sister. You haven't met the type that think you're awful for cutting off your parents even after you... Those are just people like my family members. People like like normies are more kind of like that, but everyone that I hang out with, they're like, you could just cut off your family. Yeah, you should just do that. Like they're the type to probably suggest you're at fault for your... Yeah, there are people like that, definitely. But I don't surround myself with people like that. Personally, I don't think religion has to be so all or nothing, balancing. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I grew up extremely religious. And I was disillusioned very quickly. But for me, I don't have an issue with people having religions. I have issues when religious people make it other people's problems. You believe whatever the fuck you want. You don't have to make it anyone else's problem. My parents got divorced when I was only 4, so I think it was a blessing in disguise. Honestly, like in the Christian community, in the Korean community, it is such a taboo to get divorced. My parents held on for so long until after college. There's, you know, telling themselves, we're doing it for the kids, we're doing it for the kids. And then you just start, you know, blaming it on us. And it's like, we're like, I'm in here because, you know, I was doing it for you. I'm like, did I ask you? I wish you had gotten divorced way earlier. You guys would have been way better off. All kids deserve parents and all parents deserve kids. Yeah. You don't even need 2. You can have 1. Benis Doki is such a fire. Hi. Oh my god, I'm so excited for your stream later. Oh, Korean. Yeah, okay, now I understand what. Yeah, I'm Korean. I'm part of the Korean Christian community. You know, the Korean Christian community that's like a cult. Everybody say hi, Sasha Safaya. Yeah, that's the Sasha Safaya. I was secretly wondering if she had an Asian upbringing too. Me? I'm Korean. Are you ready to get scared? No, but you know I scroll down on that window only at boob height. Hello everyone. How are you? I am fine, thank you. But yeah, Korean Christians are like a cult. We are so religious. We went a Sunday for a Korean Christian church is like the whole fucking day. You go in the morning, you have your service, then you have lunch at the church, and then there's Bible study after lunch, and then That goes on till nighttime. And then sometimes, and then a random day of the week, you have Bible study at home, either at someone else's home or your home, or you go to the church to do it. It was church all the time. And every time it was every summer break, there was always church camp. Always church camp. Oh my God. I had so much church in my life. And then when I became a heathen, and like I was already becoming a heathen in like middle school, that's when I got into punk rock and anime and manga and Hot Topic. And then I was like, oh, I'm evil. I am becoming evil. This sucks. And then when I went to college, I was like, I'm no longer going to church. I've decided. And then when I would come home for the summers, I'd be like, I'm no longer going with you to church because I don't go to church. And my dad was like, we will welcome you back when you realize when God shows you the way. And I was like, well, have fun waiting, because that ain't happening. I've really heard that Korean Christians are very performative. It's less about 100%. Oh my God, on the nose, 100%, 100%, 100%. It's so fucking performative. Like, and then like you get the young people that are Korean Christians and they think they're so good and pure, but they're the ones that are like always going out drinking and like doing all these bad things, and they're such bitches and bullies, and I don't hang out with a lot of Koreans. You know, Haewon is like the only Korean I have. Because majority of Koreans are normies, but the moment you find a non-normie Korean, you're in a safe space, because they know it's like telepathy. But like I'm not friends with normie Koreans, man. I was like hardcore Bible thumper, and I've never been too religious, but I would say I like to believe there is more to life than just our depressing existence on earth, but we should live our best. Yes. Villain arc origins, heathen, that's such a heavy connotation to it. I mean, my parents straight up constantly sent me on mission trips via our church or via our relatives, because I have a couple pastors in the family and missionaries, because I know that they want me to go somewhere and come back a different person. But then I would go somewhere and come back and be the exact same person, because guess what? I would do mission trips because it's good to help people, not because I want to spread the word. A lot of missionaries are doing it because they want to sneak in religion, not because they want to help people. It's like a savior complex. I'm like, no, I'm going to go and I'm going to help people because it's good to help people. I'm not going to change myself. And then I'd come back and I'd be the same person. They'd be disappointed. The two of you got that spark of inspiration when you met. It's true. When you meet a non-normie Korean, you get the telepathy. Like one time I was at this place and then like we were talking and they're like, oh yeah, that girl over there is Korean. And I looked at her and she had a septum piercing. I'm like, oh, I'm in a safe space. A normie Korean would never have a septum piercing. I like Haewon. She's pretty cool. Haewon's awesome. I go with the forgive me because I'm stupid and evil mentality. I haven't been to church in ages, but it feels like the door is always open when I'm ready. That's good. Also, Koreans are so weird. It feels weird to talk about my people in negative light. I feel like our people are. Oh, I mean, I talk shit about Koreans all the time, but that's because I've lived it, so I can say it. Like I don't. Like I said, I don't hang around with a lot of Korean people. I love Haewon and Benny. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love Haewon. I love Koreans from the motherland. That is, dude. The ones here are still bad. I think the TV is kind of common for most Asian cultures. No, but the Koreans. It is. Among themselves, there's just like there's so much of a it's so bad. It's so bad. Like the rich ones hate the poor ones, and the poor ones are always pretending to be rich, and like there's the mainland, the homeland ones that don't like the American ones, but then the American ones think they're better than all of the other Asian people, and I'm like, oh, stop it. Among Us, yeah. Lutheran Christians generally are very chill, not so much with the you can't do this, you can't do that type stuff, which I like. I think we were like Presbyterian or something. I don't know. We were just Korean. And it was one of those where it's like, they'd be like, oh, Your kids, they're reading Harry Potter. Harry Potter is evil. That's the devil. Your kids, they collect Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards, evil. That's the devil. Your kids are reading manga. You know, Naruto. That's evil. That's the devil. Everything was evil and the devil. But like at the very least, my parents didn't stop me from reading, because reading was one of my only true joys in life, and I read so many books. So they did not stop me from reading Harry Potter. And they continued to let me read Harry Potter. Koreans just hate everyone. It's true. It's very true. And themselves. I hate that so much. That's what turns people into enlightened atheist Redditor types. Pokemon and Harry Potter are evil. What I'd sit through for a Christian church sermon with a guest pastor. Dude, they hated Pokemon so much. I think it was because Pokemon had evolution in it. My house is kind of like that. She's some kind of uptight, different kind of Christian than the rest of our family. We don't know where it came from. Yeah, you know, it really be. And you know what's so ironic? I have to. Fun anecdote. One time for summer, I didn't do my church's church camp. I got to go to my other friend's church camp because her family was also Christian. But hers was like a Western church camp where it was much more like summer camp. Because mine was like Korean church camp, and we just did like fucking Bible study, and we did math, you know, we did like those sorts of things. But we actually went to like a camp, an outdoor camp for this one, for my friend's one, because it was a very like diverse church. And so it was like outdoors, there was swimming, there was like rafting, there was, you know, crafts and stuff like that. Super fun. All the kids were in their own little cabins and shit like that. And so it was like one of the first times I was ever away from home to that extent. And it had a cabin full of girls just my own age. And guys, that's when I was introduced to Yaoi at church camp. Because guys, we were kids. We didn't give a shit about religion. We were there to hang out. And that was the first time I was alone with kids just my age. And this girl, she's like, you want to see something? Takes out her duffel bag, opens it up, takes out a comic book. This is boys' love. And I was like, what is this? That's allowed? And it was like, I think it was Clamp. I think it was Wish. That they had, and I was like, oh my god. And that's when I also started drawing like manga style, anime style, because we all did in that cabin. We're all learning and stuff like that. And that's where I learned about Yaoi, guys, from fucking church camp. Any sane person would believe there is room for both science and spirituality at the table. Creatures are just so boring. Also, I felt like I was taking holy DOT damage. Oh, yeah. One time at band camp, except it's church camp. Yeah. It's got Yaoi at the church camp. I learned about Yaoi at the church camp. That church camp was really fun. I went a couple times, actually. I think I went 2 years in a row because it's so much better than, like, our church's church camp. I guess what I'm getting at is that hopefully you know that not all religious people are this permanent. Oh, yeah, I know. For sure. It's just that the only ones that are shown in media are the crazy ones, and they're the ones that are the most vocal, so you see them more because they're being annoying. Did you ever go to that National Asian Christian Convention that they host every year? I went to one in Seattle. No, they did take us to like conventions. I think there were concerts though. We went to like huge Christian concert with like different Christian bands playing. We went to those a couple times. More than likely, I found out about Yaoi from School Rumble. I don't know what School Rumble is. But yeah, we did go to a couple Christian concerts. It was funny because in high school, we went to a overnight Christian, like we were on a bus and they took us to a Christian concert and we slept somewhere overnight and came back. And on that bus ride, the youth pastor, because he was chill. They were chill. This was not, I'm pretty sure he knew that none of us believed or cared. He showed us Saved. Hilarious movie. And I was like, this is awesome. I liked going to my friend's church. It was much more fun. Something I really loved when I was in college was a student Christian organization, a lot of chocolate and coffee stand. During peak Midwest winter, no agenda, no pamphlet, just doing a nice thing. Our Christian organization on my college was super fucking annoying. Constantly coming up to you, constantly going up on like the podiums or the stages in the middle of the eating areas and preaching their shit, and no one wanted to listen. And I was there were so many times where we'd be in like the eating areas and I would just be eating with like a friend, and someone would come up and be like, "Oh, are you a Christian?" And we'd be like, "No." They're like, "Oh, can I teach you about something?" And I'd be like, "No, thank you." And they would just keep pressing. I'm like, "Please leave me alone." And my sister was one of the leaders of that organization because unfortunately we also went to the same college, because my sister's only 2 grades above me. And when I went to that college, she's like, "Oh my God, you're going to join the Christian organization, right?" And I'm like, "No. I've left home and I want to be separated from church, please." And she and her stupid, annoying group of friends, who she had shown pictures of me to because they knew what I looked like, whenever one of them saw me on campus, and it was a big campus, they'd badger me and pester me to come to a fucking meeting, to the point where they were badgering and pestering my friends, my newfound college friends, where I had to finally track my sister down and be like, "Hey, I will go to one of your stupid Christian meetings, and if I don't like it, I'm never going again, and you need to call off your fucking friends and tell them to stop bothering me and my friends." And she's like, "Fine, you gotta try it at least once. And I was like, okay. So I did, and I hated it, and told her, "I don't want to be here, and I'm not gonna do this, and you need to understand that." She's like, "Okay, you try. Thank you." And I was like, Jesus Christ, leave me alone. And you could tell, and I was really mad because we had a dorm situation where it was like this building, and there was an elevator. Left side was girls' dorms, right side was boys' dorms. But at the bottom floor was like a common area where there was like a pool table and couches and places to lounge around. And I was going through that to get to the elevator, and there was one table, and one of my sister's friends was badgering me. This was the last straw, where I was like, "Leave me alone." And I took one of the tables that no one was sitting at, and I shoved it, but I had shoved it in a way where that it fucking flipped. And I was like, I didn't mean to do that. But they were like, "Oh, she's really angry." So I'm pretty sure I scared that guy. Have you ever realized, even if they have good intention, it doesn't justify harassing people and pushing people and stuff? You really flipped the table. I did. I didn't mean to, but I did. I was like, is it correct to infer that you prefer women romantic sexually? I like both. And I currently prefer guys, actually. It's just that I have no game. But I like both. I am bisexual. Freudian flip. Yeah, Freudian flip. What? It's so over? No. There's always room in my heart for Sancha Sophia. I said I like both. I like both. Okay, you mentioned not being able to find a lesbian partner, so I thought you preferred. No, I can't find anyone, regardless of gender, because I'm a fucking loser and I have no game. Red Blue Yuri, Red Blue Yuri, Red Blue Yuri, Red Blue Yuri. Unfortunately, we are both bottoms, as she has said. She only says she has no game, Sasha, not that she doesn't love you. Bah! Stop! Bah! But boy, banana. Laughs like a minion. Banana! I got a confession once, but I did the dumb and dropped the ball hard. I've always confessed to people, because whenever I like someone, I do end up telling them, and it's never worked out. I'm used to not being pursued and not being desired, which is why I have a complex, because in high school, up until high school, whenever I liked someone, the guy was usually my friend. And they always liked one of my friends. So I would just wingman and help them get together, because I was just not attractive. So you've been talking your preference a lot. If a partner wanted you to go to their church, would you give it a shot? It's always such a tough thing. No, I do not want a religious partner. If I see religion listed, if religion is so important to them that they have it listed in their like dating app, I swipe no. You can do it, but it's not for me. I really dislike religion for me. There's a lesbian VTuber couple that are both bottoms and they still make it work. They're very cute. They're both bottoms and they make it work. Good for them. Couldn't be me. I yearn to be you know, um, just subduct them, problem solve. I either can't stop falling or I keep falling for lesbians. It's a curse. Well, I keep falling for straight women, so I understand. Oh, that's rough. I was into a girl kind of recently, but she wanted to get with my buddy, so I had to ignore. I had to just wingman and hide my hurt. I've done that many times. The guys I like always like one of my friends who is like obviously prettier, more feminine, stuff like that. So I had a complex for a long time. At some point, I just went with, I just don't want to do religious practices because Lord forbid I do 25. Yeah, it's just not for me. That's not the lifestyle I want to. And I don't want to have a lifestyle or a partner that needs to go to church. It's a waste of my Sunday. Sorry. I'm not doing that. I'm not obviously pretty. I mean, you know, I'm in high school, so I'm going to think that way. And I'm just not people's type, you know? Back in my day, people weren't cultured about tomboys. But yeah, I ain't about that life. I'm not gonna date a religious person. Just like I wouldn't date like a vegetarian or a picky eater. It's just like that, you know? We're not compatible. Not compatible. Simply because of the lifestyle. It's the same. Thank you, Shadowblade. It's the same, you know? Because if I had a vegetarian partner, they would be icked by the amount of raw meat I want to shove into my face like an animal. We would not be good for each other. So it's the same concept as someone who is religious. We would not be good for each other. And I wouldn't be able to get past that. Because it would greatly annoy me. Oh shit, it's that Sasha? Yeah. See, I want a partner like that. I want raw meat shoved into my mouth all the time. And I really had a high opinion of myself. Then the issue with the kidneys happened. Then I had a partner because I didn't want to drag someone down with me. I feel that I've never seen myself as desirable. That's why I kind of got a high when I became a VTuber, because you get to choose what you look like and have a hot skin. And I'm like, damn, people want me? That's crazy. And it feels good. Well, there are people who are very bare bones religious though. Not worth it for me. Not worth it for me. I'm not anti-religion, but I also don't want to be beat over the head with Bible or religion. Yeah, like I said, you can be religious. Like, I can be friends with someone who is religious. I just don't want that in a partner. Are they bare ones? They would make a point of it. They wouldn't make a point of it. I think, yeah, exactly. Because I wouldn't want to raise children in that. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. In all my dating experience, I learned that you gotta love yourself or no one will. The care you have for yourself shows an interest. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Why doesn't my activity show me who's that? Okay. Like, Jesus and I are really cool, but me and Christians, You know, if Jesus was alive today, a lot of those Christians wouldn't like him. But me and Jesus would be chill. Me and Jesus would get high together. Me and Jesus would be so chill. I like that guy. I like that guy. Oh, absolutely. He was friends with prostitutes and criminals, and they wouldn't like that. I like that manga anime. Yeah, I like that one. I love like religious fiction, like religious trauma, things that have to do with religion, in general, that like messes around with it. I really liked Good Omens, Hazbin Hotel, you know, Hell Angels. I love that shit. I love, just because I have so much knowledge and background in it, because I was religious for so much of my life, it makes me laugh a lot. I enjoy it a lot. Love me a good priest and nun outfit in ways they shouldn't be. Dating a religious person is basically the same as dating someone with a very major hobby, like being a musician and gamer. If you don't appreciate what they do or their religion, that's a huge part. Yeah. Jesus would be super chill. Yeah, not judgmental. You're not part of the religion that's a huge part of their life. You're not part of. Yeah. So it just simply wouldn't be compatible. And I care about, you know, being compatible with someone. Why would I put myself with someone who I'm not going to be compatible with? Yep. Non-priest outfit is a culture choice. Yeah. Priest Yaoi, Nun Yuri, dude, Priest Yaoi and Nun Yuri is some of the best. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. When two priests go out, one's older, one's younger, one's learning from the older one, and they're going out to exorcise a demon from someone, and they touch hands. And the older one's like, no, and the younger one's like, yes, and the older one's like, this is sin, and the younger one's like, that's okay. Oh, and then when there's two nuns, and they like each other, and they develop feelings, and they're like, oh my god, that's sin, let's leave the nunnery. Oh, Nun Yuri. I don't think I'd be able to date someone that was like boarding English. To me, that's never something I led with, though. I don't even really talk about that stuff until I've known or been with the person a while. I mean, you do you, man. I'm just saying, I don't want to date a person that's religious. We're not gonna date, so it's fine. I've dated an ex-nun who I was politically completely opposite me. The relationship was very fun, but was obviously not going to work out. Yeah, you cannot be political opposites with someone you're going to be with. Never, never, never. If someone does not politically align with me, I would not even look their way. An older like one is old. Yeah. Yeah. Nun Yuri with left beef. I want beef. No, I want sushi. Ugh, I'm so hungry. I gotta eat after this. I'm so hungry. 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 Ba 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 ba. I didn't even fish. But Chad is your husband? What do you mean? Oh. I am not that kind of VTuber. We are not married. We are not dating. Everything that happens in voice packs and audios and scenes is a story only, and you can live that during that story, but not here. I will never date you, and I will never marry you. No casting, just chilling. Yeah, Nun Yuri with the pussy soup. I want sushi too. I say as I can never eat again. I want sushi. No, I can't believe this is my immersion. Wait, this isn't GFE. The thing is, what if your partner wanted to fish? Damn, she thinks we're gross. I don't think you're gross. And this, I mean, what I do, you know, is obviously partly GFE. But for me, GFE is like, I come here for the GFE and then I leave. You know what I mean? Like, you hear that instant ew? Listen, have it for the experience, and that's it. You guys are an entity, a chat, my chardettes. I'm not gonna care for you individually. You don't know me IRL either. I'm not gonna be like, don't be parasocial, don't blah blah blah. I'm just saying, this is the time and place that we are together. And outside of this, that's it. The relationship written in the voice pack is there, and that's a fun story you can live. But it's not real. I know, I wouldn't date you either. Cream plus cream goes bad. Yes, true. So true. So true. So true. But like, I don't know, there was a post recently that like rubbed me the wrong way. She's basically a character in the game, so I know I feel outside of the game. Yeah, I don't like when people start talking about me like they've made up their own headcanons about me. That annoys the shit out of me. Like, that annoys the shit out of me because, like, you don't know me. So why are you headcanning things about me? Keep that to yourself, buddy. Like, they start talking about things about me like it's fact and it's not. That annoys the shit out of me. Jeff, you would never say this to me. Shakes head. My friend Ken is you are orange. I am. Oh, absolutely. He's making you an object. People do that with hollow girls all the time. It pretty off so much. Like, there are things I say that are obviously, like, things about me that are real, but then... Oh my god. Anyways, no, there was a post that was like, oh, when I see when someone is a dedicated viewer for me and then they leave me, like, I notice too, like, I I get sad, like I blah blah blah, I'm parasocial back. That post, it just rubbed me the wrong way, because people have, their interests will change. They will come and they will go. And if you tell people not, if you don't want people to be parasocial with you, you can't be parasocial back. If I'm telling you I will never be with you and you don't know me for real, then I am not, like, I don't own you. Like, you, you have your own, you know? I was like, huh, I don't really agree with that. Is your dummy goofball? It's true. I can't watch all the time. Times change, people change, but Sarah told us she will cry for every song. And you know what? There are people that do function like that, and they do genuinely love you. That's not me. I genuinely love my fans in a way that I love you guys as a whole. I'm not loving you individually because I don't know you and you don't know me. But I love that you're here for me and you watch me and you support me. Obviously, those are real. Those are tangible. That's awesome. Like, but I don't, you don't know me and I don't know you. There are some VTubers that are much closer with their fans. And I'm like, that's good for you, not for me. I will not do that. I have a lot of issues with love and the L word and trauma. And when people tell me they love me, I'm like, ew, that's a big word. You shouldn't throw that around. Yeah, that's cool. Also kind of dangerous. You keep saying you don't know us. Like, it'll be solved if we info dump our tragic past right here on YouTube. No, because I don't want to know. I don't want to know your tragic past. I don't. She's full of hatred and beans. I am. I'm full of hatred and spite and evil. True GFE experience where we send you money and you dox yourself. The L word, like lycanthropy. I always enjoy being in stream. I'm contractually. He's not contractually obligated to be here. I gave him an option and he said he would be my mod. You were allowed to leave anytime you want. I don't even let people, like, even like, I have a lot of trust issues. I really hate putting my trust in people. Shadowblade I didn't mod him. I didn't mod people for a very long time. I don't like letting people close to me. But that's because I'm also a bad person and I also have trauma and I don't want to let people close to me. I love them. I usually say something like, I love this about you. And I like that. And I'm just walking here. I'm gonna yap and he yaps and then I fuck off into the aether. He was dragged in, kicking and screaming. I think I'm doing okay. Yeah, I think you're doing good. Honestly, really, don't trust her that we will betray you as a bit. Appreciate your hard work, Shadow, seriously. Yep, that's my one mod. And I'm walking here. But guys, like, I feel like it's a downside to me too, where I'm definitely like more like, we're not in a relationship. We're not, like, don't say you love me, blah, blah. Like, you know, I feel like a better VTuber would be more into that. I just don't. It's not real to me, so I don't. But like, I feel like I'm still providing a GFE service in the fact that I do have my audios and I like crafting those stories, but at the end of the day, they are all stories, if you know what I mean. And I do obviously enjoy that you guys are here and you appreciate me and you support me. And that's a real feeling. But it won't be beyond that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I appreciate reading the accent. I love doing accents. How goes the pregame yaps? The game's not happening, brother. Yes, pregame yaps. That's a bit old though, because we say the ones who do say they love you are only doing it for financial reasons. No, I mean, a lot of people are full of love that they can give. I simply am not. I don't have a lot of love in me. It's very small, and I don't trust people because I've been too, I don't want to sound edgy, but too hurt and damaged. I don't have that in me to pretend to like someone. But a lot of people truly have all that empathy and compassion and love to love strangers. And I don't. I have very little empathy and love for people. Literally, your feelings for her are not real. They're real to me. We pre, but we're not gaming. Trust no one, love no one, and when things get rough, delete everything and vanish tonight. That's the Benny Doki way. Unfortunately, yes. Oh, getting got scuffed? No, I've just been talking and I like talking. I was wondering if the game already happened or if this was... Nope, this was just chatting. I'll change the title after stream. I have a lot of love, but not a lot of trust. Okay, true. I have a lot of love, but I'm saving that love for a future partner. That will never happen. But like, I give that love to like my close friends, stuff like that. But I don't have love for people I don't know. Never started the game at all, Snake. Yeah, do you want to trauma dump on us? I understand it's right. Oh, I feel like I'm very open about my trauma. I have a shit fucking family. Shit fucking extended family. I had a really bad friendship breakup back in 2016 that ruined my life for several years, and that's what I went to therapy for. Yeah, I've just been burned a lot. So I don't have a lot of trust in me, and I don't have a lot of love in me. And the one thing I had unconditional love for fucking died. So, you know, yep. You let it out just stream? Yeah, I have been lately. That's fair. Some people don't like having a large friend. I don't. I have a very small core group, and I don't like traveling, like going outside of that to my detriment. You did say you want to be very romantic after all, so all those feelings are in you. The trauma just makes you not give it to people freely. And it's because I don't want to give that to random people. I want to give that only, like, that's only reserved for my friends or my partner. Like, I don't want to I don't like being liberal with those feelings. Talking about traumas can help for some people. I mean, yeah, that's what I went to therapy for. Chaos for actually going to therapy, that takes a lot. Yeah, but I had to stop because I was poor. Therapy is expensive. I would love to go back to therapy. Thank you for sharing your trauma as entertainment. Oh, I love to talk about myself. I don't have therapy, so I gotta tell some people, right? You know what I've always wanted to do? I've always wanted to find like a sex therapist where you talk about sexual things. Cause I feel like I'm a little fucked in the head. And I would like to talk to a sex therapist. Very open about my kidney failure. Helps me cope with it tremendously. We could be best friends. You just need to make some terrible choices. Also, question regarding the schedule. What platform are you playing Monday's game on? I looked at the schedule and went, huh? I'm playing it here. Hey. There's a version you can censor. Freaking Fuzuki Miki was playing, and I was like, that means I can play. Little American healthcare system. Yep. Those exist. What exists? What did I say? What does what exist? Sex therapist? Oh yes. Oh yes. And you specifically talk about sexual topics with them, because I don't want to talk about those things with like my regular therapist. But I feel like that's a one topic therapists do talk about. I was too busy talking to my therapist about my family and my friends. I didn't want to bring up the sexual stuff. Wouldn't that be kind of? No, it's not like a physical sex thing. It's like sexual talking, not like physical stuff, but like the things that I think about when it comes to sex. I went to a sex therapist about my horrible trauma, and I was honestly like, yeah, see, I want to talk to a sex therapist. I'm gonna realize I like how much you interact with us. Being able to talk with the streamer is a big determinant if I stick around. I mean, yeah, I love talking. Like, just chatting used to be my bread and butter, and then I got very busy. But I love talking. As long as there are people to talk back to me, I will keep talking. This is the things I get for working overtime. The Miki mentioned. Yeah, I mean, she was playing, which means I can play. I was wondering if Honey Pop's going to be on Twitch Fun Play. No, it's gonna be here. This one time I sat on a banana and everything changed. Miki was the girl who played Halo for the Yaoi. I believe that. You just mean another Fujoshi? Honey Pop is banned on Twitch. Or even with not the return on. It's fine on YT though. Yeah, I know it's banned on Twitch. I remember. But yeah, it's fine on YT. So I just got turned off the not safe word. Have you tried placing your family with a family of flaky Menhera VTubers? No. My found family is like my friends that are IRL. I do have flaky Menhera VTuber friends, but they are not my found family. Maybe funny to watch and banter with at times. Yeah. I think it was yesterday, but I saw Mocha playing Halo. Oh. I think Bob is fine for the most part. Just need sensors for some bits. I've only played 2, so it'll be interesting playing 1. I like 2 a lot, but I don't know if 2 has the sensor. But yeah. I enjoyed 1 more than 2. Oh, okay. Well, I will be playing 1, so hopefully it is just as fun. I love me a little puzzle game. That was one of the first not safe word games I ever played. And then after that I played Kaiju Princess, which is kind of like raising a Tamagotchi, except she's a girl that's half naked all the time in your house. And my greatest achievement was getting the achievement for having her orgasm 8 times at once. Cause that's an achievement. Yeah. I remember Tenma accidentally leaked the body part when she was HP. God, I love the toxic red hair girl. I like that Honey Pop gives you a sampling of all the world's girls. I love kaijus. Hello, give me the follow. What's her name? Aubrey? Oh, Audrey. She's the one with the accent. I really like. So Honey Pop. I really like the voice acting. The voice acting is so fun in Honey Pop. Honey Pop. The art is not my taste. I do not like the art at all, but the voice acting is so good. How do you do it multiple times simultaneously? You touch every single part at once. So it was like the bagoop, the clit, the boob, the other boob, like 8 in a row. 8 in a row, I think. And I was like, awesome. I'm so powerful. Come on, ladies. I backed it up back then. Wish I could have had more at that time. Ladies, line up. You want 8 orgasms in a row? I can do it. Greatest achievement. Kaiju Princess was really fun. And there's a sequel that I haven't played yet. If you press all 8 at once, does she take a screenshot? And there's another R18 game that I downloaded recently that I still have to play. I might play it during our members hangout in Discord this week. Goblin Nest, because I really wanna start it. Ohio's good at match 3, so I had her backseating me for the date sex, which is very narratively funny. Funny. There's a sequel and spin-off to Kaiju Princess. Yeah, there is. I haven't played it yet, but there is. But I think I'll probably start Goblin Nest this week during our Discord hangout. Goblin Nest is fun too. Did you play it? It looks really fun. That kind of shit. Octogasm sounds hard to pull off. Maybe you're just not good enough with women like me. I'm so good with women. Ladies. Oh, you play H games get for stream too? I used to play it on RPlay, but I feel like it's kind of a waste of an RPlay stream. So now if I play H games, I'm just gonna play them during the members Discord hangouts. So yeah, but over there we did play through all of V Lover, which is the VTuber manager sex game, which that was good. The art in that, the H scenes, that shit was good. And then we played some of Flip Witch Sex Witch Flip Hex. I don't know. That was also really good, but I haven't finished it. It was harder. That was really fun. That was really cute. I think we did finish it. I just refuse to, like, once I get the sex, like, I'm done. Like, I don't go to redo and get all the hidden scenes and stuff. You know what I mean? Flip Hex Witch, Sex Hex Flip Witch. Yeah, that was really good. I haven't finished it. But yeah, I would like to start Goblin Nest because it's much more chill. I feel like there's like not really a story. It's like kind of like a farm sim. And it's up my alley with the content. So, Beni Doki downloadable DLC Goblin Nest when? I'm right here. Yeah. Anyways, is Sancha Sanfaya on? She is! Okay, guys, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna go over to Sancha Sanfaya stream. That's why I'm streaming for this long. Sancha Sanfaya stream. Sancha Sanfaya stream. Sancha Sanfaya stream. Tower Step P. Yeah. Poter. And by that I mean Shadow Blade. Put the raid message. Thanks for streaming, Benny. It was fun hanging. Yeah, thanks for being here. I love yapping and I will yap more. Sorry I didn't play the game at all, but actually I don't think you guys minded. I was so hungry. I was so hungry. I'm so hungry. I will see you tomorrow. Bahuni Pop. I did come to see the game a little bit. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. It's fun chatting with you. I love to talk. I will do more talking. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow for Honey Pop. I'm just glad we got the food talk. Yeah. I need to get sushi. I need more sushi. Goodbye. Have fun with Sasha. Bye.